Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Gilded Flask, where adventure is never far. Good to see you again for our second episode of The Curse of Strahd. I hope you guys liked last episode. I sure did, and we got so much more for you guys in store. My name is Barry, and I will be your dungeon master for this campaign, and I am joined by these wonderful people.
Hi, I'm Anne. I play Kala Lalakot, the Inquisitive College of Spirits Bard.
Hello, I'm Daniel. I'm playing John Varenthal, the Paladin of Midnight.
And I'm Marissa. I am playing the beautiful and somewhat dark Aesmar cleric.
Now, if you've never visited our place before, we post weekly recordings of our playthrough on The Curse of Strahd, and we will soon make our way to Twitch. If you're curious about that, please check out our socials, which you should be able to find in the description below, or go to thegildedflask.com for a total overview. We are still relatively new, and because of that, we don't have any sponsors to shout out just yet, but we do have a couple of awesome people that we really want to shout out because they helped bring our vision to life. And these people are Chandra and Paradox for the amazing character art that we have. Pyro King, James RPG Art, and DM Andy for creating the wonderful maps and content that we will be using during this campaign. Tabletop Audio, Scott Buckley, Phoenix Music, and Alexander Nakarada for the great musical scores we're using. And there are so many more people, but these are the people that deserve a legendary shout out for their creations. And with that, let's head into the tale.
Tell me, do you like ghost stories? I've been investigating people vanishing mysteriously into the night, never to return. It looks like I've found out where they've been.
Good evening.
I don't like this place. The air feels heavier.
Did you hear that?
What do you mean he's watching?
In this place, nothing is what it seems.
We come from an ancient land.
There's no time for this. What are you looking for?
This place has taken my father and my mother. It will not have me.
We gotta move, now.
Oh, I do love a good mystery.
Barovia is mine, and so are you.
Wonderful. Before we get into the things that I want to run through, there's one thing that I have to executive decision. We were just talking about the fact that I have my microphone right here next to me and it's not on the screen and everyone loves it. So we're going to bring it in and it's going to be part of the stream. There we go.
So it is only just barely actually showing on your cutout part.
Oh, is it? Like,
Yeah.
Should I a little bit more?
It's perfectly in frame now. Hello, Mr. Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Mike and he will now be part of the ensemble.
Don't keep Meister Mike in the closet.
No.
At least his name isn't Will, because then we'd have to fight.
Be yourself.
Alrighty then. Last episode was our very first episode, and in our first episode, our wonderful three characters went to a soiree, lovely party for the high and mighty of the town of Daggerford. They visited over there, they talked with the people over there, and one of the nobles lost a ring at the party, and our party was tasked to find that ring for this gentleman, and they did, and they were allowed to keep it. It's a ring of trickery, and contrary to what you might expect, they've already lost it again, but I'll get back to that in just a second. After the party, they were asked to deal with some rabble just outside of Daggerford, because they were having a party over there, building a campfire, and the lady of Daggerford wouldn't have that. The party agreed, went over there, had a little talk with the people at the camp, and were asked to maybe visit the land of Barovia, and to seek out Madame Eva, for she might have all the answers that they would seek. Our party agreed and accompanied Lungari on his trade travel to Barovia. They stopped just outside the gates for a quick bite to eat, something to drink, and perhaps a little rest. And rest they got, because after eating and drinking and talking with Lungari, they fell in a deep slumber, almost as if they were poisoned by the food and drink that they got. And they awoke shortly after that, without any of their equipment. And having lost everything, they are now still sitting around a smoldering campfire with just the clothes on their back. And I would like to ask each and every one of you, what is your next move?
John's going to wake up.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
Got it.
John's going to wake up and which shift was I doing again? Sorry, were you on shift? I seem to have fallen off to sleep. Hello?
And then I'm gonna just like, I can just sense that something's missing. What the fuck?
What?
My necklace. It's gone.
What's gone?
God fucking. He stole it. He stole everything.
Where's the food?
Everything is gone.
What's gone?
I'm
Where's my
going
armor?
to stand up, and I'm immediately searching for the carriage tracks. Like, are there any tracks that would lead me to where they went?
From the location where the cart is parked, you see some tracks going back onto the road. The road itself is not heavily traveled, but traveled, and it's muddy and it's raining. So, do you really want to really look for it, or are you just frantically looking around to find a track?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm looking for a carriage track, and if I see one, that's where I'm going. I'm getting that necklace back.
All right. Let's do an investigation check on that.
Oh, what are you looking for? Your necklace?
18.
18. Yes, you see a couple of tracks, and they're all leading into the port that you're resting next to.
And John's gonna
Get up.
throw a bit of dirt at Carla. Hey, Lungari's gone.
Huh?
Get
What?
up. Get up. Get up. And I'm going to go over and I'm just going to start pulling them both up.
My head hurts. Ow. Okay. He's gonna stand up.
We've
John.
been poisoned, haven't we?
Where's my
They
my
have
armor?
my mother's necklace, her notebook, our weapons, your armor. Get up. And I'm just going to turn and run in the direction.
To the gates?
Yeah, to the gates.
All right.
John's
you guys
gonna
following?
John's gonna stride over to the nearest tree and just grab a thick, long, basically club, just break off a branch, and
Give me a strength check on that.
okay. Oh, I got a 16 plus 2. I got an 18.
You got a club, sir. I'll rule it as an improvised weapon, but you have a tree branch with you.
He hefts it and he goes, "All right, I'm fine. What else? Sorry. And he starts running off after her.
Oh, God, he took my it's cold, he took my cloak. Okay, and Carla's going to look around for just like a twig, and she's going to take that, just because anything's better than nothing. She sees John take the branch, and she's like, I should do that too. Takes a small little twig and runs with them.
Right.
Come
I will
along,
not
little
rule
one.
that as an improvised weapon, but I'll allow it for for roleplay purposes.
It's not for weapons. It's for something
You have
else.
something-
Don't you worry.
You have something in your hands, so that's fair. All right.
Mhm.
So all of you run towards the gate, right? Right. As you run towards the gate. The gate itself was made from like these wrought, large iron fences that, in its heyday, were probably like very beautifully made. These are like rusted. They are closed, but they're not locked. So, do you want to open them?
Just gonna. Are they push or pull?
They're push. They open
Right.
inwards.
He's just gonna lean against them and push in.
Right. They open with a loud creak. You know, like that sound that gates make when they're open.
I can't see any tracks or what time does it? Is it like it's? You said it's misty. Is it dark? Like is it?
Yeah, it's misty and cloudy, but you can see the clouds, which would make you believe that it is still daytime.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just sort of like I open the door and I'm stepping back and I'm gonna follow Casario.
Right?
Before she enters, Carla kind of grabs her sleeve and she's like, "We just got poisoned by someone who led us here. Is the direct route the best one? Should we maybe go over instead of in?"
Over what? No, you don't understand.
wall.
I'm going to kill him. We've got to find him, and I'm going to kill him.
Oh,
And
okay.
as I get my mother's necklace back, sorry, what were you saying?
Well, you might just be covered in traps. That's my,
Traps.
concern, considering we just, got poisoned and robbed of
Fucking
everything.
coward. All right, so what do you recommend?
We trusted him. We don't trust them anymore, so we should be fine.
Let me go
point.
ahead and scope it out, and then I will let you know if you can go in. I still have some power left.
So
and
having
I'm quite small.
having opened the door, what do I see beyond? Is it just a track that goes through the woods, or is there anything else?
That is pretty much what you're seeing. Yeah, it's the weather is really like meh. It's foggy. It's cloudy. In front of you, beyond the gate, there is a muddied, slightly graveled pathway that leads forward, and beyond these gates is like a thick wood on both sides. Like it's like this area has just been walled off, and there's not a lot of trees on your side. On the other side, woods along. Like there's probably something further on, but you can't see that.
So the fire is smoldering. Is it out, or is there still like a little bit of light there?
It's smoldering, sure.
Smoldering. So it's out. There's like nothing.
No, it's embers. If you've used an ember, you can take one, but other than that, there's no fire.
What's the matter?
Okay, I'm gonna. You're scary, and he did just steal all their shit, and I am quite angry about that. But do exercise some caution, even if your brain is clouded with anger right now. Please.
Carla, you were looking behind you to see, to look at the campfire to see if it's out, or was it just a question?
I am looking behind me to see if it's out. I'm thinking about ripping a little bit of my shirt, wrapping it around my stick, and going and trying to get that alight so we have a makeshift torch to see.
All right.
But if it's just embers, then...
It is just embers. And as you turn around to have a look at the campfire, there is a road that you came from, right? Like the roads go two ways, as always. So looking at the campfire to see if there's anything worth of picking a torch or something, your eyes catch sight of something on the road. And it's looking back at you.
Dear.
It seems to be a wolf.
What?
Where on the road? Where?
A little ways down the road. Like I can't point at it feasibly, unfortunately, but it's. Let me just move it up a little bit.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
I don't see shit.
Good.
Okay.
There's a wolf there.
Cool. I am going to see that, and I'm going to shh, 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 and cast minor illusion.
With
This is so frustrating. Okay, owned. All right then, I'm not going to cast the minor illusion. I'm going to
with your new improvised wand.
impress one.
Expellium. Okay.
Does it take spellcasting focus?
It also has a material component.
Does it?
Oof.
Well, what I mean is, like, if you had that, you could use it. But I don't know anything about trickery or illusions. I'm far too competent for that.
I'm going to follow her eye line behind her and try to see what she's so scared about.
Okay. As you look over, you see 2 wolves on the path, looking towards you guys.
Kind of
So
a wolf.
it's starting.
Guys,
They're like my size, so yes, I am quite scared of them.
I don't think stealth is our best approach here. I think speed might be, and the
We
cart is-
could just go through the gates. Let's
Yeah.
just go.
I think we should just go. Carla, do you need someone to carry it? Like, are you okay running on your own? What's going on here?
Yeah, I'll be fine to run. Okay,
All
let's go.
Don't fall behind
running
now.
from anything.
A 3rd wolf joins the 2 on the road.
All right, time to go, everybody. And John's gonna like start
I go through
moving
the gates.
forward sideways and like hustling them through. Yeah.
Right. As you move from your place, the wolves catch good sight of you. Like, they were staring at you like, do we see something? As soon as you guys are moving, they do see you, and they start making a run for you. What do you do with that?
I'm going to. Can I cast command on the lead wolf, the one that is running at us closest?
You can try, but that means that you will go into active combat with him. You'll get one action.
Okay, I was basically
Before
going
you
to yell with all my might, flee, to try to scare him away. But if, yeah, I do you guys want to run, or like, are we running or fighting?
I'm really scared of a pair of wolves.
I'm not.
We're running. We're running. We're running. We're going. Okay.
There she goes. All right, everybody, come on. Sorry, we got to get your necklace. Remember?
Do I remember? Do I remember? Yeah. I remember.
All right. I'm gonna take the not the lead, but the rear to make sure that if the wolves get too close, I'm just gonna start bashing. So
Cool.
go forward.
So, push the gate open, rush through, all 3 of you.
Yep.
As you go through, one thing you notice is the road in front of you. It's a relatively wide road, and it stretches on for quite a little while. There is a beaten path to the side.
I think we're following the road as far as I know. We're
Yeah.
going after this cart.
Yep.
I don't even think I noticed
Yeah,
the beaten path. I'm going straight for the road.
Do the tracks go along the road?
You're running and looking for tracks?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm following the tracks that I already saw. Yeah.
Give me another investigation check with disadvantage for that before I tell you.
All right. Well, that's a 2, so that's not great. And that's a 3. I literally rolled a 2 and a 3.
You got both of them out of the way. That's good.
You're
That's
pretty
a
sure that
plus
it started flying
2.
here or something? It's no tracks.
Just let's take the road and go. And just he's gonna start like herding them forward.
All right. Awesome. Let me grab that one. So
Very
the
bright.
only thing in front of you is a huh?
No, it's good. It's good. I like it's. Never mind. I was saying it's bright. It's shiny.
You're one of the few bright lights in this land. You are. I like the symbolism. I couldn't resist.
Mm-hmm.
Running up the road. Are you like? Just want to make sure. Are you running or are you just quick walking?
There's wolves after us. We're running.
I have to ask. All right. So you are running. The wolves seem to still be behind you. You can hear them, but they're not catching up to you just yet. Again, long stretch of road, woods on both sides. What do you do?
Roads tend to lead to people. Let's try and get to people. Other people could be eaten by the wolves and not us. That would be really, really, much more preferable.
I think at this point, like,
Continue running forward.
Carla's half running, half being like pushed along / carried by John to get as far away from the wolves as possible.
That's such a fun visual. All right. For those of you that are creative and want to make a t-shirt for us, that would be something we want on a t-shirt.
Like the Wizard of Oz, but us instead.
Follow the.
Who needs a brain? Who needs a heart? And who needs courage? That's the question.
Follow the muddy brick road.
Yeah, follow the I don't care, I don't want to get eaten road.
Yep.
All right. So,
By the way, is there meant to be no music at this point?
I'm hearing some.
there is music, but it's not too loud. If you don't hear it, then you can switch over to the music tab and see if it's playing. If it isn't, I can quickly restart it for you.
I'm definitely hearing music.
Okay, then it's just me. That's fine. Sorry.
You hear it now?
Sorry to break the immersion. Let's go.
Oh.
Whoa.
It's
Unprofessional.
now we need to start over the recording.
Yeah. All right. Future Daniel. 3, 2, 1. No.
Has the music started now for you? Because I quickly paused it and unpaused it. It is
Yes.
soft though, but
Cool.
It's playing now. Thank you.
all
Sorry.
right. So for future, if you don't hear music, just let me know. I'll just pause the music and unpause it because I want everyone
I
to hear.
didn't even think that it needed to be heard until I was like, this is feeling really tense without anything in the background to make it tense.
I seem to recall John complaining incessantly in the last session that there was no music or stop music. So
John is just a very complaining character.
I know.
Anyways.
Exactly.
So you rush up the road and you run for about a quarter mile. After about a quarter mile, in front of you, you see 7 wolves blocking your path. It's a little ways away in front of you, but they're standing in the middle of the road.
I'm gonna walk to the front of us, and I will use thaumaturgy to produce as ominous a growl as I can.
Okay.
Do you want to ask for Saloon's guidance while you're doing this?
Saloon is always
Meta, we're not going to do that. Okay. What do I need to beat again?
it's nothing. It's just cantrip.
Right, but sorry. Let me rephrase that. With cantrips like that, I usually I like this, so I want to honor it, but I want to honor it in a way that there is some sort of like a component to it. So, what is your spell save?
13.
Because this spell doesn't have a spell save, but I want to honor it like that. 13. Okay, so all 7 of the wolves get really scared with you because, well, apparently they do. And they turn around and rush out in front of you, like away from you.
Let's go.
And this is why she takes the lead. We
Hello.
continue on.
All right. As you continue on for another, say, half a mile, which I will give you. There you go. You notice that on your right, again, there is a split off of a path. It's way smaller than the main road, but it is a path. There's like a little wooden sign that says something. It's barely legible. But there is a path to the side into the woods. And then you have the main path, which continues on.
Main path.
Carla, were you saying something?
Wherever big blonde lady is going, I'm going. She seems to be able to scare off wolves. Yes. Main paths lead to people. People are good. People are more targets for wolves. Let's go.
Perfectly fine.
I like that. I don't have to run fast.
You run for another half mile, and you start noticing that the wolves have given up pursuit behind you. So you don't know if they are still there, but you can't hear or see them anymore. And you still have a pretty okay visual over the road. Like there's no hills or whatnot around here. So you are pretty positive that the wolves have either given up pursuit or started chasing something else. You're about half a mile further in, And standing where you are right now, I would imagine you want to catch your breath for a second, or do you want to just keep moving?
I think
We should keep going because they're smart animals. They hunt in packs. They have hunting. Oh, trying to keep up with people with big legs is quite difficult.
is there anything around us that looks different other than the trees and road that we've been seeing for a while?
Now, that is a very interesting question, and I would like all three of you to roll me a d6.
Ooh.
6.
6.
1.
I don't even know if 6 is good. We're like,
So
6.
either one we would have
Wait,
gotten
that could
it.
be bad.
Yeah, see, that is the question, and it's a very good question indeed. So, John.
Yes.
Yes. You look around you to see if there's anything out of the ordinary. And as you turn around and just step around on your place, you notice that you're standing on something. It's a piece of paper.
Oh, I've got trash on my foot. Hang on. He's gonna like.
Wait, no, paper.
Scrape.
Paper's very important. And she's
What?
going to like try to scramble.
He'll lift it up
Grab
so she can grab it. It's like, just get it off.
Carla, you take the piece of paper off of his boot, and it's a little muddied and whatnot, but it looks like a drawing.
What?
Very childish drawing.
What is that?
Oh, that looks like something I've drawn.
Why the artist?
I'd almost think that you know this story, John. That's interesting because yes, it does look like something you've drawn before. As a matter of fact, looking at the drawing, this is a drawing that you've made when you were 5. This is a drawing that you remember. Actually, you made this for your brother.
Since then.
This is a
Wait.
drawing that you've made for your brother back when you were 5.
It
was a drawing for his birthday.
This is a gift I made for James. What is he doing out here?
What the hell is it doing here? Something from your childhood, right? It wasn't
When I
just like
was-
last
I
week
was-
that you made this for him.
I mean, it's not that different from my normal, but besides the point, I made this for him over 20 years ago.
No.
What?
James is your brother that went missing, right? The one
I
your
don't.
mother keeps talking about.
He never came home from. It's not important right now. I don't even know. I gave this to him. I don't even remember if he kept it. What is it
Is another distraction.
doing here?
It can't be. It can't be. It's probably, what was his name? Whatever his name was, trying to distract us.
Ngari?
Because we're so close. Yes, him. We're so close to getting our things back.
But how would he know about, like, I never told him.
Perhaps you
I
talk
never
in your
told-
sleep.
I don't. But to make
I mean, you
this
do talk.
picture-
You definitely do.
How
I've
would
heard
he
it
get this?
numerous times.
How would he get this though? I haven't seen this in years. It's not. He couldn't have made it. This is.
Did you have it, perhaps,
Hmm.
in some of your things and you didn't remember?
No, I don't. You know, I don't carry paper.
Okay, paper.
Oh,
Can I keep it? If this is sentimental, I won't use it. But I could maybe cast
guess,
spells with some paper.
I don't. Try not to damage it. I just be careful with this. I'd probably mess it up if I held on to it.
John, look at
Don't-
me.
Yes.
I know what you're feeling. But nothing makes us feel better than beating the ever-living shit out of something. And the person that we should beat up is that way down the road. We should keep going. Right? Think about it. Think about beating him up with your tree trunk. Doesn't that sound fun? See?
Answers
I made
are
you
right.
laugh.
You're
I'm
right.
gonna poke him.
You're right. I don't. I have to think about this. But yeah, let's continue.
Right.
Answers can only be ahead anyway, so let's go find them. and she is going to look around on the ground quickly to try and find a pebble. Any pebble.
Sure.
And pick that up. And then on the back side of the paper, from the part without the drawing, she's going to take some dirt, kind of smush it between her fingers, and then using like her finger, leave a trail that says Y on one side and N on the other. And she's going to keep going in mud.
Right.
So it's kind of writing on it, but not really.
As you do so, the drawing, not the one that you made, but the one that was on there, fades. And it's just a blank piece of paper with your writing on it.
Did he see that fade?
Do I notice that?
I don't know. Did you?
I think he's kind of lost in thought. He's not really looking at it. He's just, how did that get here?
It's going to fold it so that only her writing is there and stuff it in her pocket, presuming she's done something wrong. Okay, let's go. We should
I
go.
haven't thought about him in years. All right, let's go.
All right.
Get some answers out of Bungari.
Moving on.
Yeah. I'm going to start back down the road.
Right. You travel for another mile, and it seems that the forest clearing is, or sorry, that the forest is clearing. Less trees around you, more grassland. It's hard to say if this is like grassland. It looks so dreary around you. It's grass. There's some needles on the floor from the various pine trees that you've seen, but everything is so gray, so grim. It's probably the weather, because it's a little rainy, it's a little foggy around you. It just looks, doesn't feel pleasant at all. You know, who would want to live here? Kind of, you know, if you would be able to build a house somewhere, this probably wouldn't be the place. Up in the distance, a little ways away, you do spot a couple of lights. And they're not moving. It feels like that might be buildings or something.
Look, see?
People. Could be his carriage.
Oh, good point. Should we...
John's just gonna.
Everyone- Go.
I say John's just gonna make a quick look behind him, make sure that there's no wolves or anything chasing them again. All right.
None.
Looks like behind us is clear. How do you want to approach? Looks like there's something up there.
And I want to go in there and fuck shit up.
Right, but
Perhaps we should not. I mean,
We didn't have
weapons.
anything that valuable on us, did we? We had weapons, we had armor that valuable to an extent, but only in the extent that they make us strong.
our armor and weapons
There must
were
be
our Silver Star equipment. We can't. First of all, we're going to get
Not-
reprimanded severely if we go back without that, and second of all, we can't let that kind of equipment just go out to any.
You're going to get
scoundrel.
reprimanded. You're going to get reprimanded. My one of the chief editors of our newspaper created all of my ghost hunting equipment. He's going to lose his shit if I
Lost a
actually lose it
coat
this
and a
time.
bunch of
Don't worry.
junk.
We are going to get it back because I'm going to find him and kill him, and then we'll take it all back. So don't worry about that.
What is the reason for stealing from us? If not to just make us vulnerable. It's not like
Scoundrel.
that
Ask him before we
particularly.
kill him.
Okay.
All right.
The equipment that we had was worth at least a couple of hundred gold pieces. It could probably furnish a family for a while if he wanted to make off with it.
I feel like there's more to it, but I'm not sure. Well, big spawn, scary lady will kill him anyway, so let's go forward.
And instead of running this time, I'm going to walk just quick, but kind of stay like on the very right side of the road.
Yep.
Like not in the woods, but like just so we're not like right in the center of the path of the road. I mean,
Do you still see the tracks anywhere? I haven't really been looking.
no,
They're gone.
I lost them as we just came through the gate.
I guess let's see
All right.
who's up there.
Moving on, but on the side of the road, as you said. You move forward along the road and you spot, indeed, a small village. And you see various lights here. Not a lot, but this is definitely a settlement. Do you want to go towards it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think at this point we can't just go in killing. We don't know who these people are. They're probably just people living their lives out here. I don't know who they are, but
John,
we're looking for
I
them
am a
guards.
priestess of Saloon. I wouldn't just kill everyone.
I
And I'm going to keep turn around, just keep going.
For those of you that didn't see episode 1, I would like to refer to that episode, and we'll leave it at that.
guess we're going into the village.
All right. As you walk to the
People
outskirts
have
of the village,
things.
there's two things you notice. It's a village, and a lot of the buildings over here look pretty run down, kind of, hastily put together. It's not exactly the best quality, but on the outskirts, which is where you are right now, there is one building that actually looks relatively nice. It's a little bit away from the village. More of like, this would be, in olden times, this would be where, where the Lord of the Manor would live, who rules over the village, kind of. Different times, but, sometimes those remnants stay. And this building very much looks like that. This is a building made out of brick. It looks relatively well kept. And in contrast to the rest of the village, it definitely looks a lot better. And if I was prepared, I would actually be able to switch to that scene. Give me a second.
Okay.
There we are.
Oh, do you see that? I bet that's where the governor or whatever of the town lives, right? And he's going to know where the thieves would be.
Oh,
Are there? Do we
Yeah.
see any people yet around us?
So you walk up the road, and you get very close to this manor house, if you will. And in the now pouring rain in front of you, you notice that there's two small children standing there. It seems to be a girl and a smaller boy. And what you see in front of you is that the girl is trying to hush the boy who is crying, standing there with the little stuffed animal in his arm. And the girl notices you and reinforces her efforts to shush the boy. Shh.
hello, small children. Hello.
Oh. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
We have been stranded here, and we're not sure where exactly we are. Where are we?
Oh, this is the village of Barovia.
Yeah. We were just by the gates. All of our things were stolen. We were poisoned within the night, and it was all taken from us. Would you know if there's a place that we can restock, if there's an authority we can go to?
Do you know what? We're looking for a very nice man in a cart. His name is Nogari. He's our friend. Have you seen him?
No, we, and she points at the house behind her. She says, "We live there, and there's a monster inside, and Mom and Dad are not here at the moment, and we don't want to go inside. If you want to go inside, please, it's warm in there."
Carla's going to walk towards them a little bit more, just a little bit trying to appear friendly. She's gonna be when I was young, very young, I defeated a monster inside a house. I could defeat this one for you, save your parents. But we need supplies, we need things that could help. Do you know if anyone in the village could give us that?
I believe Mom and Dad have left the dinner table. There's food, and what do you need?
Is there a shop
Weapons.
somewhere that you can an adult would buy survival supplies or anything that they would need?
I don't know. I think so. I don't know.
Does your mommy and daddy have a big, huge sword somewhere in your house?
Yes.
They do.
Really?
Great.
Yes. Do you need it?
Would if,
To slay the monster, of course we do.
if you could lend it to us for the moment, so we could help you with the monster problem.
Sure. It's too heavy for me to carry, anyways.
But don't worry about that for me.
Why don't you show us where your mommy and daddy keep the big, huge sword?
It's. And she points at the house. She says it's just inside, above the fireplace. It's hanging there with the shield.
Oh, with a shield. With a shield, a sword with a shield. That's great.
So you're saying it's inside the house with the monster?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me about this monster. Are you, first of all, are you okay? Are you two all right?
I think so.
He's gonna kneel. He's gonna kneel down, like in probably the mud, and like try to be on their level.
You notice that they appreciate the personal, like, contact, like the fact that someone is, being friendly to them. And the boy is still, like, he seems young. He seems like about the age of maybe 3 to 4 somewheres. The girl's a little older. She should be around 6 to 7 somewheres. The boy doesn't talk. He's still whimpering a little bit, holding on to his stuffed toy and holding the hand of probably his sister. And she looks at you and says, so, Thorn, this is Thorn, and I'm Rose. And
My name's Carla Lilac-Heart. Lilac, like flowers as well. That's fun.
hi. And do you extend your hand?
Yes.
She,
We're obviously the same height.
she does the that like bashful children thing, like, hi.
Is that a doll that you have? That little doll, does he have a name? Your Rose and Thorn? I asked the boy.
Thorn just stands there like,
What's his name?
Max.
Max. What a wonderful name. Could I see Max for a moment? I'll give him right back.
He clutches the doll very strongly.
Carla, I don't think he wants to give you that, but I know what he does want to give us, which is a big sword and a shield, right? Should we go and see to this monster?
Okay.
He's gonna look back at Casario
Okay.
and look back to Rose and Thorn and say, "Don't worry, we're going to make sure that you stay safe. We'll deal with what's in there."
Can we like wait outside?
Of course, I wouldn't want you getting in trouble and getting in harm's way.
Please. If it howls, that's so scary.
Do you know what it is?
Oh,
We haven't seen it. We just heard it.
Right. Does it sound like an animal? We've seen some wolves around. Do you know of any adults around here who you can go to keep you safe for now?
Mom and Dad, but they're gone for now. They'll be back though. But
He's gonna go back to Casario and say, I don't feel comfortable with them just standing out here in the street. What if those wolves come?
Of course we won't let the children stand in the middle of the road in the rain. Come on, children. You two are probably better at this than I am. Let's go to your house.
There's a monster
can
around.
we stand in in the porch? Like, it's dry over there, but
Of
we'll
course.
wait like at the front door if that's okay.
You don't have to go inside. We'll go deal with what we need to.
Please.
And I guess we'll walk over with the children.
All right. Just quickly remove that for you.
He's gonna.
As we're walking, I'm gonna. Go ahead.
Like I say, he's just gonna walk in front and make sure that he thinks that there's danger in the house, so he's gonna make sure that he's between the danger and the children.
All right.
And I'm
He's
just
going
gonna
to
walk
walk
over to
behind.
Carla and
Sorry, go on. Sorry, we keep interrupting you. I'm so sorry.
say,
That's important.
what kind of monster did you fight in your house? This is surely just a weird noise, isn't it? It's not real.
It was a weird mutation, like it was going to be a werewolf, but it bit something that wasn't quite humanoid. And it
Are you
was
just
trapped within the house.
Are you discussing
We're
this
back.
like? Yeah, I understand, but like, are you discussing this like?
It was like the
audibly?
kids, then John, then I like pulled Carla aside and like I'm whispering to her,
Mhm.
like quietly, like what's with this monster that you're talking about? So I don't think they would be able to hear us. I'm trying to be quiet
Okay.
anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. As we're walking up, are those lanterns outside?
Yes, they are. They're unlit though, but you do see light coming from the house.
But there's candles in them, yes?
They're oil lamps.
Fuck. Shit. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Anyways, yes, yeah,
Oh,
yes. There was.
Hey, I didn't write the book.
Fuck whoever wrote the book. What, Wizards of the
Oh,
Coast?
Carla, you seem
Sorry.
curiously upset.
they're just
Oh,
oil lamps.
just-
Come on, Carla, get with the times.
I can't cast if I don't have something. I mean, this should hopefully work. And I pull out the paper and I'm like, I can contact the dead kind of through this, and then I could maybe cast through this, but it's limiting. And I show like the piece of paper and the stick and the pebble, and I'm like, this. But if I had a candle or that doll,
Yes, but
Well, there's
Might
certainly a
be
candle
able to.
inside.
Thariel's shown me plenty of her tricks that she can do without any kind of. She just has to wave her hands and some things happen.
yes, but that strange god within the sky said my cantrips don't work, so I don't know.
I mean, out of character.
Fucking asshole in the sky. Yeah.
Do you have
I
any
tried to do a
cantrips that don't
cantrip
need-
earlier and you said no. So I'm not sure.
That was
Because
my-
that one should have been. It was just voice and thing.
no.
Is it
Oh,
VS
please.
only?
Actually, no. This
Bit
is
of
very.
fleece.
I was just gonna say, minor illusion
Little bit-
specifically does have a material component, but
but
not
It's one.
clear.
It's one of
The
the
good
few.
news is we're going into a house where they've got tons of components in there. Probably candles galore. Right next
Okay.
to the sword and shield.
I'm glad
And
I
I'm
don't
just
need
gonna
any
like
of
kind
those.
of push past her.
And
Pesky
neither of
magical
you are
things.
getting weird vibes from children who just tell you to go in their house, no? You
Sure.
don't get out of Neverwinter often, do you? Or when you do, you seem to
Sure.
fight more, do you?
A couple of children here, and we need equipment. They're willing to lend us some equipment.
Feel free to tell us your theories if you have them.
I just think we've been robbed and sent to a village where conveniently we're being led to the first sign of danger. Monsters in the house are never really all that they appear to be. Either.
I do think that we need to continue looking for Lungari and get our equipment back,
Yeah.
but I can't.
I mean,
I can't
this
do
is an open
much.
door, and
Need
there
these
should be things
children.
inside.
I can't leave them out here alone. I understand your paranoia, your caution, whatever you want to call it. But I wouldn't feel okay. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving them here. Children.
Very well.
You said you'd be okay staying on the porch out of the rain?
The children look at all the three of you, like discussing this, and they're like, "Are you guys fighting?"
Team.
Sometimes
Oh,
adults don't
who's
always
not
disagree,
fighting?
but they can still work together.
Okay, we can wait here in the portico.
Great.
Let's go. For nothing else, we've got nothing to lose anymore, so. Okay. And she's going to let them go forward first, but just before she goes, she's going to turn to the children. She's going to say, "If you two are lying to me and this is a trap, I will send ghosts to haunt your nightmares till the day you die."
God.
Roll me an intimidation.
Sorry, I
check.
would be so proud.
I don't think John heard that. Hope he didn't hear that.
That'll be a dirty 20.
All right. In true Fallout style, the children will remember this.
Better.
Cool.
They look at you while you're saying that, and Thorn is a little too preoccupied in whimpering and holding his doll. But Rose looks at you, and she has a little twinge of like being scared in her eyes of you now.
Just saying, children. Shall we?
Are there any windows on the sides of these doors, or is there any way for me to look into the building?
The door itself you're standing in front of has some, what's that glass called again? Like the colored glass.
Oh, stained glass?
Stained glass, thank you. It has a stained glass window, but it's hard to look through. In front of the building, which you just walk up to the entrance, there are a couple of windows over there.
Right. Sorry, you want to scout it through the windows before we go inside, or do you want to just take this in?
No. I think we should just go in.
All right. He's going to push the door. Is the door latched in any way?
Do you want to push it?
He's going to try to push it open with the stick that he's holding, the club.
It automatically just follows and opens up.
Looking around the corner, is there anything he can see in the entryway?
No, not really. It seems to be like the portico that you're standing right now. It's just a simple stone. It's like a stone entrance with a balcony above it. That's nothing more than that, and a couple of oil lamps.
He's going to go
beyond
ahead
the door.
And step in.
Yep. Beyond the door, there is a carpet on the floor, and there are some simple paintings on the wall, as well as an oil lamp. And this one is also unlit.
He's going to do his best to like shake off his feet and try to get as much mud off his feet before he goes over the carpet. And proceed forward. And if nothing has happened at this point, he's going to do the same with the next door. Try to push it forward.
All right. The next door opens, and beyond this door, you see a main hallway. The main hallway, which will be revealed right now. 1 second. There you go. The main hallway features a grand fireplace made from black marble. It's right in front of you. You notice that above the fireplace, there is a rather large longsword and a shield that are adorning the fireplace mat. There's another carpet in the middle, and there is a grand staircase on the other side that is made of red marble. Casario, where you're standing right now, it might be that you're hearing a faint sound of a dinner party going on.
You hear that?
I thought they said that their parents were not here.
Children. They're children. It was probably some strange noise and their imaginations run wild. Don't you know? Children.
I mean,
Carla, what are you doing there?
As I'm walking in, I'm walking backwards, so I'm keeping an eye on that door, on the children as I'm going back.
Right.
It's kind of keeping the intimidation up, like ghosts, nightmares. Do I see them sort of do anything?
They're standing there looking at you in basically the same way that you found them. Kate is still hugging his little doll and just whimpering a little bit, and the girl is just staring at you.
Are you going to take that sword, or am I?
would you be comfortable using the shield? I know I'm typically not much of a shield user myself. I'll take the sword. Do you take the shield?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. The shield itself is adorned with a beautiful windmill. The shield itself looks a little old. Like, this looks like a shield that actually might have seen some battle at some point. It's clean, but it looks like it's been used. But you can add it as a normal shield. The sword itself also looks like it's seen some battle. It's not like blades can be like very keen, and this blade isn't keen, but it looks like it's battle worthy still. And if you'd want to use it, it will be a standard longsword.
All right. I'll go ahead and add my equipment.
In the hallway itself, you notice that there is a couple of doors in front of you from where you were coming. There are 2 doors. And then right around the corner is another door. And then there is the ground staircase. Oh, and I forgot to reveal one corner. Yeah, sorry. Oh, that is the wrong one. There we go. There's another set of 2 doors over there. One leading to the north, and one leading to the east. That little corner there, little alcove.
Does the is there like a location where it sounds like the dinner party is coming from?
From where you're standing right now, Cassera, you can hear that it's coming from the north. So from those two doors that you see there.
I'm gonna look at John and I'm gonna go.
And I'm presuming that means that I'll go up to one door and you go up the other.
Yeah, that's way cooler than what I was thinking of. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Obviously.
I hear a lot of blinking and glasses.
This is an active dinner party going on. At least it sounds like it.
I think we should knock. This house seems like it's occupied. We're kind of breaking and entering.
Just gonna give him a grin. I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to open the door.
The one you're standing in front of?
Yeah.
All right. You open up the door, and in front of you, you notice that there is a closet with a couple of black coats hanging there and a top hat on the top shelf.
I'm gonna play it cool. I'm gonna go.
John's gonna get ready with his sword and be ready for battle. What?
I'm gonna take the top hat out and I'll just put it on top of his head and pat it. You should have seen your
You
face.
gain 1 AC.
You should have seen your face. It's hilarious. Hilarious.
Just make me look dashing.
Close it.
Wait, do I look like that couch man, the rich guy? Yeah. I've lost him.
Better. What are you doing?
I'm gonna finally look away and look towards the two of them and see John in the top hat and be like, huh? Did he take my hat? Actually. It's not like anything I can use, it's just a stylized thing.
Oh, no. As far as like what's stolen, everything is stolen but the clothes on your back. So that would be part of the clothes on your back. You still have your hat.
I now have a top hat. So
Okay, anything else useful in that closet? And I'm gonna go over and try to see if I can see if there's a bit of like, if any of the cloaks are made of fleece, perhaps.
Now, the cloaks aren't, but there is a shawl hanging from one of the coats, and that is definitely made of fleece.
I'm going to take it and wrap it around because minor illusion calls for a bit of fleece. So,
All right.
I told you.
what's this? Here, this gold thing by the fireplace.
That would be one of those standards that would have a poker and some cleaning equipment for the fireplace.
I'm going to take the poker.
All right. That is an improvised weapon.
Awesome.
is there one of those like dustpan things, or not dustpan
There is.
things? Yeah, he picks that, tries to hand it to Casario, and he goes, with your shield.
What do you mean? What?
And
What are you holding up?
it's like the dustpan thing. So it's basically like a very small metal shovel.
Yeah, it's very
Just gonna-
flimsy though, but
Just gonna give him a look. Absolutely not.
Fine. What's the back? All right, my turn, I
Is-
suppose.
What's this then? Sorry.
Oh no, go on.
let me
Over
look.
here in the corner.
That is just like a decorative vase.
Okay. Sorry. Go on ahead.
You haven't looked inside of it, but like it's a decorative.
John's going to knock on the door. Excuse me, I'm a traveler. There's some crying children outside.
There's apparently the party's really loud and it's busy, so there's no response.
All right, I guess we'll go in. And he's gonna open the door and look inside.
All right. As you open the door, you look into a rather marvelous dining hall. Go.
Do I see anybody?
But as soon as you open the door, sound just stops.
There's no one here.
All right, Carla. I think you might have been right.
Yes, this seems... No, it could be a ghost.
Sure.
Goodness, I don't know. I'm going to go back and I'm going to like skid forward, kind of seeing there's nothing there, and look down to see if the door is still open. Or if the children are still there.
Well, they are, and they're quite literally in the same position still. Like, she is just hushing her little brother and just busy with him. And every once in a while, she looks towards the door. Door's still open as well, so they notice you.
John.
Okay, they're still just standing there.
John's holding the club in his left hand and the sword in his right, and he's like poking the ground in the doorway threshold and like slowly in, like, is this room real? He's slowly poking his head and looking left and right, looking for people hiding. Someone around the corner here.
Make me an investigation check.
Okay. I'm horrible at those.
Oh, as a matter of fact, hang on. Before you do so, make it a perception check.
Oh, okay. I'm a little bit better at those.
Yeah.
Perception. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh. Well, I have a +2, so I got a 4.
Wow. You are pretty sure that this is a room.
All right, so John's going to go ahead and he looks at his club, looks at his longsword, just chuck the club, and start walking forward.
Right.
He's gonna get about here before he's just looking around at this point.
So the dining room itself is, again, for it is a manor, this house, but it's not a castle. However, the staircase is grand. The dinner room, the diner is basically the same. It looks really nice. The floor itself is just basic flooring, but the table is mahogany, which is expensive wood. The table is decked out with expensive silverware as well, and it looks untarnished. It's like it's new silverware. There's another black marbled fireplace up here, which also, again, looks beautiful. There's another shield on there as well, but no sword. There's red velvet drapes that are covering the windows over here. Again, they look immaculate, like they're new.
Are they? So they're completely covered? The windows?
Yes, they are.
To try and pull them open.
Right.
The curtain.
All right. Beyond the curtain, you notice that there's a window, and that window looks out on a rather rainy piece of grass.
When I push at the window, does it open, or does it have a mechanism to open?
It doesn't seem like it, but you definitely feel that it's like the cold touch of glass.
I'm going to take the poker. I'm going to smash the window.
Okay. You guys always come up with the newest things. Sure. Give me an unarmed attack on that. Like, you're technically armed, but it's a poker.
Okay. 16?
Sure. The glass breaks, and loudly so.
What is the sheet color?
Escape route?
Yeah.
If things get dicey.
John's gonna see her do this, and he's just gonna walk over, grab the club, and just smash the next window over as hard as he can to make a bigger hole.
Same to you, sir.
Yes, John.
All right.
What?
Go ahead.
I think that's a good point. Escape room. All right. You said unarmed attack?
Yep.
That would be 14.
14. All right. Same to you. The glass just breaks easily under the heavy weight of the branch that you're using here, and there is no more window where it once was.
Now we've got two options.
It's good. And nothing came running at the sound of glass, which is suspicious, if you
great.
ask me. Right.
If I look at the dining room, are there any plates or anything that's silver, polished? The reason I'm asking is because I have a spell that does require a small silver mirror.
Oh yes, the plates would actually act like a mirror. They are new.
All right. He's going
very valuable too.
He's going to look at them and say, first off, this all seems rather who would set all of these place settings? It seems like my mother wouldn't even break out the best plateware unless someone important was visiting.
Well, they said the parents are coming home. They're just out. Now they're going to come home to 2 busted out windows, and I am not trying to explain that. It'll be you 2.
Well, the voices and clinking that we heard earlier are probably going to get their attention more than the windows.
You really know we saved the children.
While he's saying that, he's going to pick up one of the smaller plates that he can just sort of hang on to without, maybe even put it in his pocket or something, like whatever he can grab.
All right. There's a couple of like smaller saucers that are usually like for small finger food and whatnot next to the plate. So if you want to take one of those, then sure.
Yeah, he's going to look at it to see if this looks similar to what he's used in training when casting the sanctuary spell.
Not at all, sir, because it's a saucer. It's not a mirror, but it can be used like one.
Okay. So yep, he'll put that in his pocket and he goes, I'm just hanging on to it. I'll bring it back. And we might need to use it.
I'm gonna run my hands along the knives that are on the table. Are they still sharp?
They're dinner knives. Like it's like you can cut bread with this, but trying to I mean, if you want, you can kill someone with a toothpick. So in that regard, yeah, you can use it as a weapon, but it's not a knife.
And are they silver as well?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna take 3 of them.
3 knives. Yep.
The oil lamp on this side, do they look like they can be removed?
As in, like, undone from the wall?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Taken.
Yeah, there's a couple of screws on it.
Oh, fuck, okay. No, like, I was looking for a hand one. If it's not a hand one, then no. Okay.
Oh, like, you know, yeah, okay. No, it's like, it is a wall model, but if you want to unscrew the whole thing, you can.
No, it's fine. Okay.
Sorry, would you do the honors? He's going to hold out his sword, and if you want to cast light on it.
Sure.
And he'll hold it up and say, "Do you think this is like a torch?" To Carla.
Well, that should work. It also makes you a big blazing target, so that's nice.
Rather me than you two.
I agree.
Yes. Sorry. When I was training as a priest, they showed me how to do various ceremonies. I was never really any good at it, but almost all of them required a large amount of powdered silver. This doesn't look very powdered, but I'm pretty sure given enough time, I could make it though.
Interesting.
Maybe if we need it later, but for now, should we continue? We're looking for a monster, right?
Mm-hmm.
This this like it looks like a curtain next to me, but it's black. It's in the left here.
It's a beautiful tapestry that is adorning the walls, and it depicts a couple of hunting dogs that are chasing a deer. Within the background, a couple of horses with apparently some royalty on it. It's a beautiful tapestry.
Any heraldry on the royalty?
Give me a perception check.
That's another 2.
We're killing
5.
it today.
No, but there's a bunny on it.
Oopsie. Okay.
Sorrow, there'll be time for looking at bunnies later.
She didn't really say that.
I know. He didn't either. He's not gonna risk her wrath.
Lies, yeah. It is now, you said it in your voice, so it's now part of canon.
All right.
I mean, a bunny.
Carla, do you want to open that door or want to let us do it?
I'll do it, but not directly. And I'm going to come forward, and I think Mage Hand still works. Tell me now before I can. Okay, cool.
Oh, you can.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to say come forward, and swirling purple mist, skeletal hand bursting through the ground in a like purple glow to all of it that's kind of vaguely shivery and not really fully opaque, and it will reach out and open the door.
And you're opening the door to your right, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just want to make sure. Okay. Then the mage hand opens the door to you, and beyond the door, you spot a kitchen area. Allow me to reveal that. It looks like a rather well-maintained kitchen. A lot of pots and pans. There is a stove that is adorning the wall. And on the box in front of you, which doubles as a sort of a counter, you notice that there's a chopping blade, and next to that there is a block with a couple of steak knives in it.
So any cupboards or anything that I can see that can be opened, she is immediately going to open them up to try and see what's in there.
All right, there's a cupboard behind you.
Okay.
All right,
Like,
and you.
this way?
No, sorry, it's the one to the that one.
Okay, cool. Yes, I'm going to open that up.
All right,
And see what's
opening up.
inside.
It is a well-stocked pantry with all sorts of food inside of it.
Does any of it look like it could be preserved for a couple of days? Something that would be ration type?
Sure, yeah. I think you would be able to fashion. Let's come here. You'll if luck would have it, you could be able to fashion 3 rations out of that.
Okay, I quickly grab them. I stuff one in my pocket, kind of hand one to Cassariel, and throw one out at John. Like,
What's this food on the ground?
Yeah, what is it?
this will be handy if we get trapped in here for days on end. That, and I'm going to point at the stove, would be quite good to remember where this is in case we need to, blow this place up. Stove accidents tend to be one of the biggest contributors to people dying randomly. A lot of people say, oh, fire's a set over disputes or whatever, but not times it's because someone forgot to put out the stove.
John's out in the
But
hallway.
that's
Blow what up?
this place, just in case. Just we don't know what's in here. We don't know what monsters here. We can maybe lure it in here, blow it up with stuff. We don't know. We need all of our
my
options.
curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Should I tell the children that they should stand further back?
I'm gonna peek my head over Carla's out the door at John and go, I told you she was handy.
Handy at blowing up buildings?
Precisely.
Having escape routes,
I just-
having
I just-
plans is so important.
I just want to check one thing. She threw a ration to both of you, right? So you all have 1 ration in your infantry. Sorry, you said something when you caught it. Was it just a joke? Because I didn't catch what you said.
Me?
I didn't hear
Yeah.
us anything.
I said it something when I caught it.
Okay, that's. I just want to make sure that.
I said something as a joke. I said, "What's this food on the ground?"
Oh,
Because she
what
threw
is
it
it?
in.
I think that maybe I said, what is it?
Right, that's fair. All right. So I just want to make sure, if you say something, sometimes it triggers something.
Oh,
Okay, so previously
Nothing particular, but if I can't hear what you're saying, then I want to make sure.
no, good point.
yes.
Previously, I had just unequipped everything that I had. Should I remove everything from my inventory except for the longsword
No.
and 1 ration? Okay,
No, just keep it there for now.
got it. I'm sorry, my intelligence is rather low. So,
Yes, I understand.
uh,
John, looking at his character sheet.
anything in there that we can use?
What's this here?
That is a rack with all sorts of pots and pans and whatnot. Next to the stove, by the way, is another door. I forgot to mention that.
There was plenty of food, right? We just took 1 ration for ourselves, but there's more food
No,
in here.
that pantry is pretty cleaned out by making 3 rations. But it's all non-perishable.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go to the store then, and mage hand, whispers and just ghostly things and clicking and clacking of the bones, and it will open the door.
And it will. Beyond that, you find a storeroom for food, where there is all manner of vegetables and fruit kept. These are perishables, but there's a lot. It looks really good, like it's bought today.
The place is so strange. We didn't get their story right. We didn't ask enough details.
What are you talking about?
The table is set. There's beautiful food in here. They said their parents were gone. Just gone. They leave all this stuff unattended. Who is guarding the fucking children? I don't understand. It's not
They would
connecting.
be right back. Oh, I don't know, but does something look good in there? I could really go for an apple. I love apples. Is that one in
There's
there?
wine.
Oh, better yet. Perfect. Do I see any glasses in the room that we're in?
The fact that a couple of people smiled up at the mentioning of apple is something that we will reveal in time. You asked, Casaria. I'm sorry.
John is like sort of the door is closed to the closet thing, and he's sort of leaning against it now, just watching them bustling about. He's like, "So are we looting this place now? What are we doing?"
We will figure out
Voice
what's
of
going on
reason
here.
strikes again.
Also, Casaria, you're also standing in the kitchen. You were also just looking around, like, while I was describing it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I think probably some of the pots are iron.
The pots
or
are
like-
iron. The pots are iron, and the stove itself is made of, it's cast iron, I believe it is. And the block with the steak knives is, like, the block itself is made of wood, and the knives are in there, so it's hard to see, but it's knives, so probably.
Probably made of iron.
I mean, it's knives, right? You
Okay,
can't see because
yeah,
they're in the
I'm gonna
wood.
take- I'll take a few of them.
Alright.
Or one, I guess.
Taking out one of the steak knives, contrary to everything else here in the room, they are completely rusted. They're beyond use. But give me a perception check.
Don't fuck me. Ooh, natural 20!
Hey,
Plus,
there we go.
23.
All right. That's actually pretty good, because it's a natural 20 and whatnot. But the knives are rusted. You will see that these have no. If you're gonna try and stick this into someone, chances are the knife will just break. Hopefully, giving them tetanus, but nothing more. And unfortunately, because every combat round takes 6 seconds, it is very disadvantageous to try and kill someone with that. That being said, looking at the knife,
You're gonna
notice that
die
there's an
eventually.
engraving in there. You're gonna die eventually, and now back off.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Seriously,
And we'll
keep
be back
going.
next week.
Really suck.
All right. Looking at the knife, though, you notice that there's an engraving in there, and with your amazing perception, you look at it and you notice that it's a word. It's a word, and the word spells out Vokovich. Vocovich. Vokovich.
Right. I'm going to. Do they all say it? I'm going to take a few more.
They do, yeah, and they're all equally rusted. Like this thing has been waterlogged or something.
Volkovich. Must be who owns the house. All right.
So, do you want to? He's going to talk to Carla at this point. Should we go talk to the children and see if they want to change their story, or because this doesn't look like what I expected. I was looking for.
There is
some kind of
something. Yes, we've made noise, we've taken things. The entire place looks like it's fit for people already. There's been creepy noises. Something is not adding up, and I'm starting to think it's their story.
Are the fireplaces lit, like burning?
Oh yeah.
Do the
They're
logs,
nice and warm.
do the logs look like they've been on fire for a long time? Like I imagine we've burned fires before. Do they?
These are massive logs, so they will take a while to burn. But looking at them, yeah, they have been burning for a little while, but they have quite a bit of energy still left in them. So
Okay, so it's
So-
reasonable to assume that someone lit these fires and then has been gone for several hours.
would be possible. Yeah.
Okay, so whoever leaves a fire burning in a wooden house like this is just asking for some problems.
Something
So grab a bottle of wine.
Sure. The bottle of wine has a label on it.
Oh.
Yes, because that's
Does it
what wine
say?
bottles do. I hope this is not a surprise to you.
I'm very familiar.
If it is mental note, we are going to meet in October. By the way, I need to take a bottle of wine to you because I'm going to blow your mind.
I'm not that into wine. I'm gonna disappoint you.
Anyway, well, this
Yes,
bottle.
that's good alcohol.
Made from grapes. Looking at the looking at the label, it says in a rather plain handwriting. It says grape mash number 2.
Grape mash. I don't know if that means it has no alcohol in it.
I suppose
Okay.
we have 2 options, I guess. We can go talk to the children or head upstairs and look for this beast.
As I turn around with the bottle of wine in hand, do I see this door down here in the corner?
You notice that there's a little door there. Yes.
Gonna like,
I actually didn't even notice that it's Daniel.
well, it's a good thing I rolled a natural 20 on my perception.
What
If you
does
would have
that
walked
mean?
out without saying it, I would have pointed it out. But yes.
There's another door here.
I heard the door. I thought we opened them all.
You take a sip of the wine.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Shit.
It's never a good thing when the DM says that, right?
Didn't we just
Take a
get
sip.
into trouble for taking wine from someone else? Casariel.
It had a cork in it and everything.
Oh, goodness.
So you pull the cork out and you take a sip of this wine, and it tastes like wine. It's not too special, but it has the flavor of wine to it, right? So you sip it down and you feel the subtle burn of the light amount of alcohol that is in there. And as you take that sip, it burns and it's gone. And your mouth feels and tastes as if you haven't had a sip of wine in days. Nothing different from when you didn't drink the wine. It's almost as if you didn't take a sip.
Can I just look at the label?
Grape mash number 2.
And I'm going to recork it and just hold it. Yeah, just pay attention to my body, and if I start feeling like I've been poisoned, maybe I'll mention it to the others, but no need to mention it until then.
Cool.
Everything's fine. Nothing to see here.
Carmen, seeing as you move towards the little door, do you want to open it?
Absolutely.
Mage hand? Or just by hand?
Mage hand.
The little door opens and reveals a little small wooden plateau that has a little box around it and a little iron hinge at the top through which a little cord goes that goes up. This seems to be a dumbwaiter. And
Oh.
if you don't know what a dumbwaiter is, I'll be happy to explain it to you. But
I know what it is. It's when a waiter doesn't know what he's doing. No.
I was gonna say that's a very rude thing to call.
lazy
rather
Susan?
slow.
Susan's doing her best. Excuse me.
I believe it's the same thing. Yeah, it's just like it's a mini elevator for food. Yeah.
I think
okay.
a lazy Susan is a thing that allows you to
You spin it.
and a
Oh,
dumbwaiter
right. Yeah.
is a miniature elevator for food. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like,
Wow.
if the Lord of the Manor would be upstairs and request a cup of tea, instead of bringing it up there, walking, you can also just put it in the dumbwaiter and pull it
So
up.
it's for
As an American, mind blown. This is
It's totally British too, so it's...
yeah. I mean,
so it's
yeah.
for
As a matter of fact,
lazy
I don't know
house
if it
members.
is British, but to me, it's totally British.
I only know it from
Fancy.
Home Alone 3, so
I don't know. Are you through eating in there or whatever you guys are doing in the kitchen?
is this my height? Could I fit in this? Or is this way too small?
Oh, you are a halfling. What is your...
I'm 3 feet tall.
Yeah, but character-wise, are you considered small or are you considered normal? Halfling, I have to look it up because I don't know.
She's small. I think she's one size smaller.
surely
than me.
small. Yeah, I think I'm.
Yeah, I'm one size smaller.
Gnomes are
So I
considered
can-
small, but for a halfling, I
Yeah.
don't know. Let me
I
check.
think I can improvise whether or not I can go through, like, anything bigger than me, which would be, I don't know. I'm not too sure.
Your size,
Not too sure.
your size is small. Yeah, I wanted to make sure. I thought you would be. Yes, ma'am. You can totally fit in that.
Uh-oh.
Should I mean, everyone would expect anyone that is brought into the house to go up the stairs. No one would expect anyone to go up the dumbwaiter. No?
You mean to go in there?
hearing them talking, he's
Yes,
gonna come around.
I go in. Send me up. I get a brief glance at what's up there, and then you send me back down.
The monster's up there.
Then you send me back down, and we don't have to go
Oh.
upstairs.
Right, I missed
If
that
the
part.
very-
Sure.
Yes.
As much
It's very
as I
quickly
like
a
the
look to
idea
see what's up there.
As much as I like the idea of sending you to something on a silver platter, I don't want to see you hurt.
I'm pretty sturdy. Actually, I would think, currently, if there was a number attributed to our armor class, I would be the highest in the party currently.
That moment when the bard is the tank of the party, right?
Currently,
No.
I am.
Kala. And I'll take one of the knives, not one of mine, but one of the knives out of the thing, and I'll say, "Here." And I'll hand it to her with the Valovich facing her.
The rusty knife.
You know, the rusty knife. Yeah, with the word on it.
Okay.
The Volkovich.
Vukovic. Does the name invoke anything within me?
No.
Seeing it? Okay.
Does it invoke a bitch?
Volkovich.
Does it invoke?
I'm sorry.
I thought dad jokes were my department. Love it.
Ah,
All right. If you want to scout up there, I suppose I can raise it up.
you raise it up, and then only 5 seconds max. Once I hit the top, leave me for 5 seconds, and then bring me back down. So then I'm not up there too long. They should be easy enough.
All right. He'll, as soon as she crawls in, he'll pull it up to. Is there any indication as to how many floors it's gone? Okay, so just hit the bottom of the box if you are at the floor. If you're in a good position. Or can you make?
There are like little brass. There are little brass bells on the outside which are used to communicate to one another.
Ring the bell, and
Oh,
if I
bell.
can't, I'll send this back down, and I'll make the mage hand, which is kind of patiently waiting by the door, doing this. Wave at John.
All
All
right.
skeletal fingers.
Make it go a little bit further away from me. Never mind. Whatever.
Oh.
He'll start pulling it up, and just say when.
Okay.
Carla,
Yes.
you come to a bedroom with 2 beds and some equipment and 1 lit oil lamp.
Right.
After
Is there a place on the map to see this? Okay, no.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Sure. One moment. You are not here.
Right.
You are not here. There we go. And we're gonna drag you over there.
I'm zooming in on just
I
the
felt
part.
This
The
is what you see.
suspense.
I don't see any immediate dangers.
Unless you're very scared of pillows.
Okay, so then I'm going to climb out of the dumbwaiter very quickly. And are these little chests here?
They're footlockers, yes.
After
then
5
I'm going
seconds
to-
passes, the dumbwaiter starts going back down.
Without Carla.
She said
Yeah, that would be
5
great.
seconds. She said, well, no, it actually does. She said 5
Yeah.
seconds, and
Yeah.
then
So you
It
bring
goes
it
back
back down.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but from down there, you can see my hand goes like this to try and indicate that I'm okay.
okay.
She's fine.
Oh, shit, it's
Obviously.
empty. So at that point,
You've had military training, so I'll allow it because I was this close to like roll an intelligence check whether or not you understand what she's meaning. Military training, you know hand signs.
So basically, at this point, seeing that it's empty, he'll basically raise it back up to where it was, and he'll wait until there's another signal.
Cool.
Carla is, before
Carla.
she kind of steps around, she's going to take a really good look at this room as much as possible. Like, really try to perceive every little nook and cranny, look for traps, look for any monsters hidden under beds. She's really just trying to garner it before she inevitably has to make an escape.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Wouldn't be an investigation. Okay. Okay.
Unless you really want, let's honor that. Are you? You said you were looking around. To me, that's perception. If you want to, open the chests, look in everything, that's an investigation.
Okay. We'll stick with perception because I don't want to start moving yet. 11.
11. All right. It is a pretty undecorated room. Like the whole house has this air of grandeur so far that you've seen. This room looks rather, it's boring. There's no decoration on the walls. There's no window here either. There's one lit lamp. There is a door. There's two doors actually. One door to your left, and then there's one like around the corner. There's two beds. There's two food lockers, and that's really the extent of it. Oh, there's like a little rug. That's it. It's boring here.
Okay, then I'm going to go towards the footlockers.
All right.
Except I can't because it collides with a wall apparently. There we go. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm going to open up the first footlocker.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to try. Like they're locked, so if you want to, you can try to pick them with Theo's tools.
Okay. Well, obviously they're probably stolen from me at this point, but I'm going to try and improvise with like the poker and the stick. I'm going to try and try and do that.
Sure. Sleight of hand, but with disadvantage on that. But I like it.
You have
I'll
a
take
knife
it.
too.
Okay. I do have a knife too. Okay. So with disadvantage, still pretty good rolls. Okay. These tools. What did you say? Sleight of hand plus. Okay. That will be a 15.
Nice. Okay. So while you don't manage to pick the lock, because it's a poker, you do manage to break the lock, so it opens.
Okay. What do I see in
the
it?
locker, there's dust. Nothing more.
Rolling the poker around and kind of placing it down and then putting my hands kind of here. Interesting. What is happening here? And I'm going to move over to the next locker and do the same thing. Will I do the same roll?
I'll allow it under the same roll. So you break it open.
Okay.
You don't have to reroll for it. I mean, unless you really want to, but I'll allow it.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Break it open.
Wise decision.
This one actually does have some clothing in it.
Okay. I'm going to start rooting around into it and taking it out and seeing, does the size match up with children or an adult? Is it well made?
It seems to be adult. It does not seem to be well made. It's moth-eaten, actually. There's some holes in it. Not rotten or anything. It's just, it's old. It's the colors in it have faded a little bit. You can wear it if you have to, but
And it's only this shirt.
a shirt and pants.
If the pants has pockets, I'm going to root around to see if there's anything in those.
Lint, nothing more.
Okay. With the shirt, I'm going to try and pick like a loose thread out of it and take it with me.
Sure.
So now I have a piece of wood, which is my stick, and a string, which means I can cast Unseen Servant. Just pointing that out, just giving.
Yeah,
giving
I
everything.
know.
Giving
I
everything
prepped this map.
crystal
I
clear. So yes,
think
once
she's
those
doing
are dumped
that?
on the.
What do you think she's doing up there, John?
Hopefully not getting eaten.
No, Shelley would have heard a scream. Chilled some wine. I'll toss him the bottle.
Sure. And he'll hold the line with one hand and then the wine with the other. Is it the same sensation that she had earlier?
Absolutely. It tastes like wine, and then it just doesn't. It's just gone.
Drink a bit and then drink a little bit more.
Are you
Same
alright?
thing.
This
I yell up
trick
the
or-
shaft.
Hmm?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
It-
Weird, right?
when I'm it doesn't I taste it,
Yeah.
but I
Bland.
don't taste it.
Yeah. It goes from tasting like wine to complete blandness.
This drink makes me more thirsty.
Just didn't want to be poisoned alone. And I'll like
What?
nudge him.
Like, God.
Here, just I don't. You know, are you done yet?
You all right, Carla?
Are you calling that up the shaft?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can hear
Okay.
that.
I can hear that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to just quickly pop back and be like, I'm fine. Come up here.
The
They don't fit in the
I won't
dumbwaiter.
fit.
Yeah, I mean, you come down here. We can't go up that way.
Do you want to go meet her? Do you want us to go meet you?
Yeah, we can go up the stairs, I guess.
She's right upstairs.
Let me quickly switch back to you guys. There you go.
This seems like an entirely good idea. So
Yeah.
let's
Split
do
up.
it.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll be up
Always.
there in a moment. And John's gonna shake his head and walk out to the staircase and start walking up. He's a little bit frustrated,
Right.
and thirsty.
You guys want to
now.
go up?
Yes.
Mhm.
Right. Cool.
He's also thirsty now and kind of frustrated.
Hang on. That's
An
it.
apple.
All right. John Casario, as you walk up the red marble staircase and you come up to the first floor, upper hall, if you will. Again, there is a fireplace lit up here. There's also a couple of oil lamps that are adjoining the walls that are also lit. There's four sets of armor adorning the walls that are standing there at attention, decorative, with various weapons in their hand. The armor sets do seem to be missing a piece here and there, but they look in relatively good shape. What's interesting about them is that all four of them have a very, very unique helmet on them. It's a helmet in the shape of a wolf's head, where the visor looks like an open mouth with jagged teeth. It's really pretty craftsmanship.
So as they're walking up, Carla's going to drag her mage hand up towards her and make it open this door.
All right.
And she's going to keep the door open so that if they do pass by, they'd be able to see her.
Mm.
And as it does that, and as they're coming up, she's also going to just take her poker and poke the end of both of the footlockers to see if there might be a false bottom to either of them.
Give me a give me an investigation check on that. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, that is a 24.
Wow. Miss
An
Investigator.
18.
Hey.
So on the left locker, it just sounds like you're hitting the floor. But on the right locker, there's that very subtle, like, hollow tap that you recognize as this is a double, bottom.
Can I try and pry it open?
Oh, you totally can. Yeah, and you can by just doing so.
Mhm.
So you remove the wooden plank that is lying there, and underneath lies something that you recognize, Carla.
What's this?
It's a golden ring with a purple stone on it. It glows very faintly. It's the
I'm going
ring
to
of
have
trickery.
my hand reach out, my mage hand, and pick it up.
And you can. It's not. This time, it's not an illusion.
Okay, I'm going to snatch it out and then I'm going to rush out into the hallway. Guys, look!
Jesus Christ.
Hello.
John
Young
was
Chris
looking
House.
at the nearest suit of armor and like inspecting it, and he's gonna like jar and turn around.
What's it? What?
Ring.
What?
It's
What?
the ring! It's the ring from the party! Look! We're out there.
Where did you have that the whole time?
No, it was in that locker there in the false bottom. Why is our stuff here? What is... Unless this is not just...
Lungori is their parent. It's their father or their mother, whatever. Okay,
You are
so all we have to
thinking
do
you're like an
is
investigator. Oh, you are... That's genius, of course. And he
right,
lured us
so we
in
just
here.
wait till they get home, and then we'll kill him. He's got a wife.
Okay.
find-
It's fine, we'll kill her too. She's probably evil. Don't give me that look, John.
Do you think first of all, let's put a pin in the killing topic. Second of all, do you think more of our things might be. Do you think they stashed more of our things around? Like, you found it in where did you find it? And he's gonna walk in the room.
I'm going to
Which one?
point at the locker. The foot locker. Sorry. Go anyway.
Why can't I go through?
I don't know. Allow me. There you
Oh,
go.
thank you. So he's gonna look over at it, and he's just in here in the chest.
So there was clothes on top, and then I took them out, and then I checked for false bottoms, and it was hidden in there. So I don't know. Maybe our stuff is hidden all around this house, but if it is, then why? Why are they leading us here? I mean, it's clearly a trap. Can we just drop the pretense of these kids need help? It's clearly a trap of some kind, and it's built for us if this ring was here.
I mean, if that ring was hidden here, is it possible other things were hidden elsewhere? He's gonna walk out back outside and look at each one of the statues and see if his maul is being held by any one of them.
No, these are 2 spears and 2 swords.
Ah.
What about over the fireplace?
So over the fireplace, there's no weapons, but there is a painting. And if you get a little closer, allow me. Sorry, like it's the iffiness of the walls. Like, you know, the way Foundry works in creating boundaries, so you can't walk through it. The staircase is round and it's just blocking the door. Therefore, it's not allowing you to walk through. My apologies.
Okay.
Looking at the fireplace, there's a painting above it, and as you get a little closer, you see that it's a painting of a family. It's a gentleman, a lady, and 2 small children that you recognize. These seem to be Rose and Thorn. The mother and the father in the background.
I was about to say, does the gentleman look like Lingari?
Not at all. No.
Oh.
He looks like a totally different gentleman. As a matter of fact, he looks like an actual gentleman. What's interesting about this picture is that the gentleman itself, other than the 2 children in front of him, is also holding a little bundle, like a little baby. The woman next to him is looking towards him, but there is a hint of... It doesn't exactly look like romance, so to speak. It's a very official portrait. Well made, though.
Amazing.
I want to find whatever this thing is, but nothing is adding up. This whole house is.
We saw 2 children down below, but from this painting, there appears there might be one more.
Are they the same age? In the like, I don't really.
It's a painting, so it's hard to tell, but yeah, just about. Like, maybe there's like half a year or a year difference, maybe, but just about.
Does this armor look like we could wear it? Like it would fit, say, a Asmar?
It seems to be missing too many pieces to make up a full worthy set of armor, but the helmets seem to be in pretty good shape.
And how about the weapons? You said they were holding weapons?
Do you want to try and take them?
What are the weapons? Is it like
2
swords
spears,
or?
2 spears and 2 swords.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna try to take one of the swords.
Right. As you touch the sword, it crumbles to dust.
I look at the other sword. Does it look like it's should have crumbled into dust?
It looks identical.
Shit.
Oh, do you mean the sword that John is holding?
No, I meant the other
John kind of
The other one on the other armor set. No, that looks exactly the same. Yeah.
He looks at the sword that just crumbled to dust, and he's holding his own. He looks like he goes, have a problem with your weapon there, Sario?
Ha ha ha. So funny you are. It's weird that it just crumbled into dust, don't you think? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Carla, what does that mean?
I think nothing in this house is as what it seems. It looks relatively new, but things are old in here, and... Oh god, those 2 kids are ghosts! We encountered ghosts and then we moved past them! She cannot make sense of this at all.
No, ghosts try to kill you. They possess you. We've encountered many of them before. They do not ask you for help.
He's gonna open the door and like say, "There's no ghost here. I don't know what you're talking about. Something is messing with our heads." And look in here.
What a timing, Drunky. What a timing. No, kidding. You open up the door, and the door leads into a study room. It seems that there is a rather large desk at the other end of this room. There's a couple of like very posh chairs, and there seems to be somewhat of a library there with one of those like rolling ladders.
So anything that looks immediately threatening?
Unless you're very scared of stationery.
Okay, yeah. So if he doesn't see like a monster looming over, he's just gonna take a couple steps in.
All right. The room is as described. There is also a fireplace, again with a painting above it. This is a painting of a beautiful horse running through a field.
I can't go through.
Go sideways. Try going diagonal into
Yeah,
the.
there you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Okay, cool.
I think you might have to move
Sorry.
into the squares. Question mark.
Question mark. Okay, as we get in, then Carla seeing like the stationary.
Carla can't move. I noticed that. Like, I'll just move you around.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
because
I got-
you have to go diagonal through the door, right? Like you have to move into one of the squares. You can't go straight through.
But Carla, there you go. Yeah.
You see what I mean?
I can move, but I can't move this way, and I can't move diagonal. I can only move up and down.
Well,
It's interesting.
Weird.
yeah.
I love it.
Technical difficulties. Okay, I'm going to go
Yeah,
towards
using
the
Foundry for the
desk
first time.
It's
One approach the
fine.
desk. Yes.
and
Go ahead.
scoop up any stationery I see, like paper, quill, ink. I'm going to
Right.
immediately scoop that up.
So on the desk, there's a plethora of items on top of it. You notice that there is a jar of ink. There's a quill pen. There's a tinder box, and there is a letter kit containing a red wax candle, 4 blank sheets of parchment, and a wooden seal bearing an insignia of a windmill.
Clearly the house crest.
What?
Could be important for forging documents. Okay. She has like various pockets in her clothing that she kind
That's
of
true.
puts things in. I imagine they were all cleared out. She's going to just start kind of putting them in random places. She'll close up the ink, stuff it in
I'm
a
not going to be
pocket.
bitchy about the fact, like, you don't have a backpack, you can't take it with you. No, you totally can.
Yeah. She's going to put the quill sort of like in her hat. And the tinder box. She's going to open it first before she does anything with it.
It looks like a tinderbox.
Okay. And if it's nothing special, she's just going to boop, pop it back on. And she's going to leave that, but take the parchment and the wax.
As you lift the parchment from the desk, there are 2 things underneath it. One
Yes.
is a sealed letter. And next to that is a silver coin.
We're going to go immediately for the letter and open it.
Right.
Does
Open
it
the
first
letter.
before I open it? Is it addressed to anyone on the back?
No, it's blank. The seal itself has a little logo on it of a viper.
A viper, so not like the windmill. It was a received letter. Okay, can I open it?
All right. You break the seal, and a letter comes out. And the letter reads: Sir Durst, I am looking forward to my visit with you. My research is ongoing and might start to prove fruitful soon. Of course, this is also thanks to your contributions, for which I am eternally grateful. I am sorry to hear that you are not well. I hope my services can be useful to Elizabeth and yourself. Your friend, Dr. Ivar Daskalo.
Glad we heard it in his accent.
It's him! It's him! It's
Who,
that
what?
grave robbing bastard! Look at him! I had to. Oh my! Look who's by! And I show the
Okay.
letter to them.
Who is it?
I'll take it.
Sorry.
Oh my god. Do you remember when we went on? Oh, it was for you.
Yes, I after you did that trip for me, I started looking into sort of all of your backgrounds, especially obviously yours, to try and find your mother. And his pulled up nothing. However, there was quite a few grave robbings reported weeks beforehand, and he seemed to be near scenes of the crime at the time, according to the
wrong.
reports.
Who are you talking about again? Sorry.
Daskalu.
Dr. Daskalu,
Do you
mean
remember?
creepy guy.
That-
the little
Necromancer.
guy with the zombies? I imagine that they actually did talk to their commander after that mission. And did they ever find out if he was part of the Silver Star or just like wheedled his way in?
If you have talked to your commanding officers about this, then they will have told you that he is like a hired help for a couple of experiments that were important, and that he was only temporary.
Consultant.
Which proved to be sure because you've never seen him afterwards.
And is this an old letter? Because he pretty sure he was fired from the Silver Star back then. I haven't seen him since.
I don't know. I mean, everything in this house is new and old.
The letter
don't
seems
understand
like
it.
it doesn't seem like this is like, you know, parchment starts to go like that little brown yellowish color when it's like 100 or more years old. It's not that color, so it seems to be relatively new.
I'm going to take all the parchment and this letter,
Right.
and keep it. Is there any drawers in the desk, or is it like just a standing desk?
No, there's a drawer in it.
Just- I'm going to try and open any drawers that are with the dress in the like
Desk.
Yeah.
Desk.
desk. Sorry,
No,
Escaloo.
Deskaloo.
Yeah.
Dad jokes galore tonight. I love it. It's slowly infecting you guys. The desk drawer is relatively empty. It's not locked, so you can just pull it open. It's relatively empty, save for two things. There's a push dagger in there, and other than that, there is a iron key.
I'm going to take both, and as I pick up the push dagger, does it distinctly look like the one that I use to conduct
It's
my
not that
Ouija experiments?
It's not that one,
It is just-
unfortunately, but it is a push dagger.
What's the
Alright,
push
then I'm
dagger?
going to.
A push dagger is one of those that you can hold like in between your fingers and then just basically just
Oh.
push dagger.
Ah,
It's
the-
kind of like the Assassin's Creed kind of thing that he has in his sleeve, but then it's like held in your hand.
Yeah, the
Cool.
weapon of a scoundrel. Wonderful.
And coincidentally also of Carla, because that used to be
Yes.
her weapon.
Oh,
I'm going
well.
to spin it sort of around in my hand. Kind of getting familiar with it again. Oh, this is much more useful than this. And I'm going to place the poker down on the table and kind of tuck this into like the empty holster under my arm.
Awesome.
The coin that you mentioned, now that he's close enough, does it resemble the coin that John and Casario used to settle arguments? With a half
does.
moon, a new moon on one side and a full moon on the other?
You found it.
I wondered where that had gone. He's gonna scoop it up. Sorry. Next time we have an argument.
Get it.
Hmm?
Why do you get it?
I had
It could be mine.
it last. You want to hold it?
We both have the
Sure.
same coin.
He
All right, full moon.
All right. So we're gonna roll a d6, and full is, I think it's 4 through 6, and all right.
Rollies.
New
2.
3. Haha. I'll take that. He puts it in his pocket.
Fine.
How does your relationship survive without that?
Good question.
Most of the time I just listen to her unless she wants to kill something.
Yeah, I'm usually right, so that's how. Really.
Understand.
Anything
Okay,
else?
so I'm
Any driller drawers? Or is that it?
No, it's just a one drawer, and it was just a push knife and the iron key.
looking around the room. These are curtains, yes?
Behind that, those are curtains, yes, and the rest are. This is like a side with bookshelves and that like moving ladder, if you will.
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pull open the curtains and shatter the window.
All right. You now have a push dagger, so make an attack with a push dagger.
Very good, very good. Okay, 15.
Yeah. Smash.
Pass.
For this,
I'm just like looking at the books and what the shit, Carla? Get away!
Escape routes are so important. You have no idea. Okay.
All right. Remind me to never
Pause.
invite you to the temple back home. It's full of windows.
I would feel a little safer in the temple of a good goddess as opposed to a creepy fucking house that children invited us into. But, you know, situational.
We keep finding things. Hang on. He's going to go back out and go back into the room that she was just in. And he's essentially going to, thank you. He's essentially going to like start using his sword and poking around and rooting around in the other one that she didn't find anything in, or that she said she didn't.
All right. Do you want to roll for it? So,
not necessarily. Like, if there's anything there to find, sure. But he's basically just rooting around with his sword now.
You're destroying someone's room. Fine.
He's like, she didn't find anything, or she's probably not that good of an investigator. It's like poking around. If he doesn't find anything after a moment or two, he's going to come back out and I imagine notice this door right here.
Oh,
is
yep,
that
there's
awesome?
That's still a door. Yeah.
All right. She didn't mention this. I found a door. Yell out.
Open it.
He opens it, pushes it in,
And it seems to be a little built-in closet with a couple of servants' clothes.
all right. It's just a couple of clothes. None of these would even fit me.
You might be right on that.
He's actually just gonna start like tossing off the sheets and the pillows. He's just looking for other things that she didn't find because he's certain that she missed something.
Throwing off the sheets, you do notice that the bed itself, as like, this room was already looking a bit drab, the beds themselves are stuffed with straw instead of like feathers. This is not a high quality room.
Okay. He's gonna come back out, kind of not sulk, but sure she missed something.
The last thing that I want to do in this room is I'm going to do like a good sweep, sort of looking around, looking under chairs, looking at the bookshelves, really trying to find and kind of garner what this room, who like was in this room, what this room was used for, if there's anything of note in here, like a proper full investigation of this room.
All right, go ahead. Give me an investigation check on that.
Cool. Hey, that's a 23.
Hey, there we go. All right, this is very clearly a study. This seems, from the look of it, a room that is well used. Apparently, the person that used this room a lot. You can tell that by the little things, right? The carpet itself looks a little worn by someone that's been walking over it. The desk itself is worn from someone writing at it days on days on days. The chair, the leather on it is a little faded. It's a little signs like that. This room was well used, apparently. It's hard to tell who this room was for or from, but seeing as there was a letter addressed to one Mr. Durst, you would assess that might actually be the prime user of this room. Investigating the bookshelves, there are volumes upon volumes on all sorts of topics, from beekeeping to plants to interesting 101 things you have to see before you die in Barovia. The works.
Take that one.
Sure.
Good job. Now you have to actually fill that book up.
And I will.
Turn to page 19. What's on it?
You try to defy a
Kidding,
DM.
I'm not taunting.
Hang on.
I'm not taunting the GM. Nope.
Yes,
Nope.
you are. Page 19. I have a good reason for this. All right. You open... short retcon. Carla, do you want to open the book to page 19? Because you're the one holding the book.
Give me that. I open it to page 19.
Fixed.
There we go.
That was mine.
We're so professional. All right. You flip the book open to page 19. And the page 19 tells you of a windmill, of all things. Funnily enough, the windmill itself doesn't look like the one that you have seen around this house so far. The story around the windmill is rather vague. It's one of those, it's almost like a touristy kind of thing. Like, you know, if you're ever traveling around, you need to see the old windmill of Barovia. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. The one thing that is interesting about it is that this windmill, according to what you read in the book, is that it's a windmill that is standing rather solemnly somewhere. Which is interesting because windmills are usually, they're used, right? They're used to grind up various grains and whatnot to help bakers and whatnot produce bread. So usually they're found near towns. From what you read in this book, it says that this windmill is rather solemnly placed somewheres. Which is one of the reasons why it's one of the 101 attractions that you have to visit in Barovia before you die.
Boring. Put that back.
I'm going to actually take that, thank you. I mean, if we're going to be here for a while, we might as well look at all the interesting things as well.
Sure,
windmill in the middle of
like a
nowhere.
vacation.
A full, thorough investigation. Vacation. They all ended the same thing. Okay. Just going to flick it closed. And just keep it under her arm.
All right.
And yes.
Casariel, seeing from where you were standing, are you also looking at the books, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I was just checking out to see if any titles caught my eye.
All right. Give me a perception check on that.
Come on, baby. Ooh, that's 3 perception. That's 6.
Ooh. No, unless you might be really into beekeeping or something. There's a couple of volumes here.
Feel as though something is here, but I am not smart enough, not a good enough investigator to figure it out. Oh well.
It's a shame you're not getting the guidance of Saloon.
Oh, good point.
I feel like John is rapidly
Anyway.
becoming the bouncer of the group. He just sort of sits outside while they're doing things because he's not interested.
Don't care.
He's out here about to touch the other sword. That he's looking at it.
Casariel, as you walk out,
Yes.
over here, please.
Oh, okay.
I want you to make one more perception check here.
Okay. Oh God, natural 1.
Natural one.
Oh.
Okay. You have that
Let me just
faint
make sure.
feeling.
Yeah, it's a natural 1. Fuck.
You have that faint feeling in the back of your head
Oh.
that you're missing something. But then you recall that you're missing a lot in life. Your mom, family. It's probably that. And you walk out.
If only I could read.
I will not impose that on you. That would be so shitty.
Really good at hitting things. Never learned to read.
I mean, she's looking for a very important book. I think. I don't know. Never mind.
What?
Nothing. I'm not playing your character. I am standing here poking a sword with my.
Oh, you're gonna
with
say
my
guidance
finger.
then?
I'm standing
Yes,
here
yes,
poking a
guidance,
sword.
man. But I don't know that I need guidance. I'm just
No,
looking
you're-
at a bookshelf.
What are you talking about? I'm poking a sword, and he pokes the sword.
The other
not-
sword that's
the
on
one
this.
that I wasn't holding. Yes.
All right, cool. It crumbles to dust.
I don't know why, but that never gets old.
It's so unfortunate that these aren't silver swords, so you'd be halfway on your way for to crush silver.
Damn. I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, but are they iron?
They are iron, yes.
Oh, great. I'm going to. Did I see anything anywhere so far, like a bag of any sort?
There's a he sees her eyeing the powder. And he's like, there's a closet with some clothes in here if you want to I'll use something like that. They didn't look like good clothes to me.
Okay, so no bag, but clothes.
I mean, if you want
Is it like a hat, like a cap, maybe?
to here, he hands him the top hat.
Stuff I'm wearing.
That's a great point. Thank
He's
you.
been wearing
And
that
I'm
the
gonna
whole
skip.
time.
The top hat of holding. It's just
That's also a great picture, by the way. Like a great image. John in a top hat. Okay, I'm gonna scoop up as much of the iron as actually. I'll touch some more things just to get more iron because I need this for my spells.
cool. Give me a list of 4 things that you touch.
Oh balls.
He's not pulling.
All right, so
Travis out her hat.
I'm scooping up the sword that he just touched. So I'll touch the greaves, or the greaves, I guess,
Yep.
right? Like it's I'm on the ground.
Dust.
Dust. Great. Perfect. And then, do you need dust for anything? You know, spell components.
As far as I've been told,
Iron dust.
Oh, you're not talking.
No. Yes, talking to both of you.
Oh, no. Silver would be useful for like a ceremony, but I don't think we have time for an hour-long ceremony.
There's a bunch of silver downstairs. You, Carla, do you need iron?
No, not iron. I needed an eyelash and some gum. I think gum is a little harder to come by.
All right. I'll take the hat. Hat in one hand, shield in the other.
Pulls out a thing. Iron dust in your
Rabbit?
eyes. Get that out.
No. All right.
I suppose we'll go to a more interesting room than a library. And he pushes open this door.
Right. The door opens, and beyond this door, you find yourselves in a sort of a ballroom/music room with a large piano and a large harp.
I thought it would be less boring.
I'm going to quickly make my over to the piano like, oh, I actually know how to play this. And I'm going to sit down and kind of start kind of keying at it. And I'm going to say, you two, I think, not you two, John, you know, you're looking quite dead these days. You might need some inspiration. And I'm going to play it and cast Bardic Inspiration on John.
If only the piano would make noise. As you press
Does
the
it?
keys, it doesn't make any sound whatsoever.
Oh, I can join you in that. I'm going to try to pluck the harp.
Right. The harp doesn't... The harp like, reverberates, but doesn't produce any sound whatsoever.
It's weird.
Okay. If it's not producing sound, I'm going to start climbing up onto it to try and like pry open the top to be like, it's maybe the strings, a stack or something, I don't know.
It doesn't want to budge. It's just...
Muscle man, here, here.
I shouldn't answer to that. And he walks over and he helps her try
I love
to
it.
You could choose who rolls a strength check on this, and it's with
John.
advantage because you're doing it together.
I think I'll push it up. I got double 8s. So
Alright.
we got a total
doesn't
of
budge.
10. I got a
Guys,
total of 10.
that's fine. Let's get it all out. Let's get it all out.
Boy,
in the music room.
if I had some guidance of Saloon, I might have been able to do that.
Are you trying to tell me you don't have guidance? Well, no, I've got you. But you gotta tell me you're doing something. Mind reader.
I hinted.
Think. Bonk.
Okay.
Bonk.
At this point, he's just gonna kick the side of the piano.
You kick the side of the piano.
Yeah, and
Okay.
just walk back over here. So, this room is even more boring than the last.
Carla, as you walk away from the piano, a weird noise emanates from the piano.
Oh, so now you want to make noise. Not when I wanted to do something.
Maybe I need to kick it harder.
Okay, seeing that I heard noise, I'm going to go and I'm going to repeat my experiment. I'm going to try and like press the keys and see if they work again.
Nothing.
Oh, I got it, and he kicks it harder in the back of the piano.
I need you to
I'm
make a
going
constitution
to-
saving throw on that.
Oh God. Okay.
You're not wearing your plate boots, buddy.
Have your little toe.
I should have used the sword. Constitution. Okay, that's not bad. And that is 18 plus 2. That's a dirty 20. I get
All right. It doesn't hurt too bad, but like it wouldn't budge still.
Okay, this thing is pretty solid. Ow.
As I'm like keying it, I'm going to like quickly look up and have a look at the sheet music that's sitting there. Do I recognize the tune? What's written there?
It looks like it almost looked like it's scribbled in a haste or something. It looks, if you're going to try and play this, it would probably sound horrible. There's no key to it. It's just random notes.
I'm going to start trying to play it. Anyway, even though it's not making noise, I'm going to kind of follow along with the notes.
John Kazari, are you both watching her doing this?
No, he's sort of like, he's not trying to show it, but he's doing the of his toes, and he's gonna go over here and sit down for a moment and watch them both.
Right. And
I'm not, because I noticed these weird 3 shapes on top of the fireplace. I'm gonna like just be walking towards that to figure that out.
As you turn away from the harp to look at the items, the harp just makes a weird noise.
What sort of weird noise?
Oh, you didn't hear it? Wow.
I heard
Like
it.
a harp noise?
Oh, let me just play that again
Oh.
for you.
Oh, that's terrible. I would never play that note.
All right. Are these chairs? Do the cushions come off?
No, they're stuck to the chair, but they're comfortable.
Okay. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this, but he's gonna try to break the back off of one of the chairs and just like break it so that the cushion is accessible, and take off the cushion part and lay the harp.
John. Yeah. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You say lay the harp down and put the cushion on top of it to keep it from making noise. Just like these are getting on his nerves. Like things are moving when they're not supposed to be moving. Stop.
As you're doing so, like you turn around to just pull the cushion off of the chair and whatnot. John, something catches your eye. In the corner of the room, on the chair over the second one from the corner, there's a little bag of sorts.
Hang on. He's gonna walk over to it and bend over and pick it up.
It looks like a bag, but it's not really. It's a bag, but it looks like there's 3 sort of flutes sticking out of it.
Found some kind
Looks
of.
like a bag. It looks like bagpipes.
I found some kind of. Have I seen bagpipes before? 'Cause,
I don't know. Have you?
okay, I'm gonna say no.
How much time did you spend with Carla Lilacart?
Did she actively have bagpipes on her and out while she was walking around in the manor?
What? Not in the manor, but in any other mission, she would have brought them with her.
Okay, is I just see I have some weird bag with a bunch of sticks, pipes, or flutes coming out of it.
Flutes? Pag.
Yeah,
If I look up, can I see it when he points it out?
I'm holding it up.
I imagine so. You would recognize your own bagpipes after all.
Am I? Oh!
Yeah.
Oh!
It looks useful.
Them! Oh!
What?
Okay, I'm gonna run towards them and like scoop them up, and I'm going to stick one of the pipes in my mouth, and I'm gonna try and play it.
Works. You can play.
Oh,
Yeah, so
horrible.
I start. Yeah, I start playing like the most atrocious funeral like song you've ever heard on the bagpipes, which is a terrible way to motion about bagpipes. Actually, I think about it.
Out of character, I love bagpipes.
I do too.
love it.
Amazing Grace, baby.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna like do a couple of like doop 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 or whatever, and then I'm gonna go. You need to liven up, and I'm going to light out like the most like the loudest like blast of it, and send a bardic inspiration towards John.
He's going to
Awesome.
involuntarily do a little jig. What is? Why I feel
Feel better?
idolized. Weird.
Feel good.
Did you do that?
Ready to go. Yes.
Holy shit. That
That was
incredible.
fantastic.
Right, and I've
So-
got more up my sleeve.
As your
You're
music,
inspired now. You get a d6. Any roll.
as your music dies down, there's a hint of a weird undertone to your music. The music was solid. You're a bard. You know what you're doing. Solid music, but there was an undertone of like that was like sort of off key. And now that the music dies down, that off key is still there. It sounds like whimpering, and it's
Oh, that's
coming
not
from this.
good.
It's coming from the corner where you picked up the bagpipes.
I'm gonna look back down to it. Do I see
To
anything?
like the corner.
Yeah. Do I see anything where I just picked it up?
Sure. From where you're standing right now, you see like there's something underneath the chairs.
Are you? Is this one of the children? Or... He's gonna bend down and get closer. Are you okay?
What?
What? Does it sound like an animal or a human whimpering?
It sounds like an animal.
Oh, and then he's gonna be a lot more cautious and pull out his sword. I think there's something here. Sorry, Carla.
You're going to kill it with your huge sword. Something that fits underneath the chair.
I mean,
John.
it's not. I just want to make sure it doesn't attack. He's going to like.
What kind of animal does it sound like? Okay.
I was gonna say he's gonna use a sword to like push the chair back and tilt it over so he can see what's underneath.
Right. As you do so, in the corner of the room, you notice a very quaint little pug. And it's sitting there all alone, and it's whimpering.
You what?
All right, and he's gonna
Scare
immediately
him.
he's putting the sword away and like back, putting his hands up like, whoa, it's okay, and back up a bit. Sario's probably better with animals than he is.
I'm certainly not scared of a cute little doggy. Hello.
Not scared.
The dog will approach you. The dog will approach you.
Oh. Good boy. I'll take some of my rations and offer them to him.
He happily eats it. And in so doing, you have gained a friend.
Oh, look how cute he is when he eats.
What should we name him? Every dog needs a name, don't they? Yes, they do. I think.
Paws?
What?
I don't know. He has paws.
Good point.
Never mind.
Paws. You know, not a bad idea. I think the inspiration is hitting you. It really is. Paws. Hello.
He's just sitting there, like you look at how pugs are, like they look at you for like 15 seconds straight, and he's like, "Arr!" And that's it.
So,
We shake.
Yeah, he will sit down and give you a paw.
He shakes.
You notice as you're doing that, because you have to get pretty close to it. You notice that he has a collar.
Ooh. Does it have a name on it?
Mm-hmm.
What does it say?
Stoker.
Oh no, Paws is cute, but his name is Stoker. Is that your name?
somebody misnamed paws.
See? You can call him Paws, I guess, but his name is Stoker. Oh, what a good boy you are.
Like what?
Who are you
fire?
hiding underneath the chair?
He's
John's-
just looking at you.
If only we
gonna
had a
walk over.
druid.
John's gonna walk over to all the other chairs and like do the same thing, like look under them, just to make sure there's no other hidden animals.
Doesn't seem to be. No.
As he's doing that, I'm going to lose interest in the dog and start going back towards the sheet music, and I'm going to start trying to play it with my bagpipes.
All right.
Keys.
You're a bard, so you're able to read and play sheet music. You're only going to be able to play part of this because it is a it's made for an orchestra rather than for one person. Excuse me. Let's just say it sounds like you were playing one of Beethoven's large classical pieces for orchestra, but then if you would be lying on your back with your hands upwards on the keyboard, it's not pleasant to listen to. It sounds experimental, so to speak.
Ah, God, I don't really like this type of music, to be honest. Okay, I'm losing interest now in the musical instruments. I'm going to start looking around again. Really searching, investigating.
Give me an investigation on that.
Epic. Ooh, that would be a 22.
All right.
I get anywhere in the teens and I'm like, let's go.
Looking around the room is finely decorated. This is one of those gathering rooms that you would bring people to maybe dance, have fun, play some music. It's a party room. It is lovely decorated, like fine wooden floor. There is some tapestry on the wall. On the mantle, there's a couple of little statues, and they're all depicting men, women, and children in various like dancing poses. It's very, very quaint. However, Carla, because you are really carefully inspecting this room, you are noticing that in the tapestry, it's almost like it's been painted over something, or is woven over something, I'd have to say, because it's a tapestry. Because other than just dancing people that are having fun, here and there you spot a couple of dancing skeletons. They're hidden very cleverly, but they're definitely part of this tapestry.
Wonderful. When I reach out and like poke it, does it do anything?
It moves as a tapestry would do.
And I'm going to try and lift it back to see if I see anything behind.
Just dust.
Personally, I think it's an improvement, but that is weird for people to have in their home. Normal people.
I don't see any more animals
See
or
them?
anything under the chairs.
As I come towards this fireplace with my investigation, what do I notice?
You noticed little statues on the fireplace. They're a depiction of various people in dancing poses. They look like statues.
I'm gonna reach out and try and like grasp one.
All right. It's finely crafted and made of marble.
I'm going to go for like left, middle, not middle, like north, middle, and then south. I'm going to try and like kind of move all of them to see if any of them are little like contraptions that would open anything.
Carla, I love you. The left one is just a statue. Pulled up. Nothing. The middle one, you just lift up. Nothing. But the third one resists. But not entirely. It's not like it's glued to it. It feels like it's sort of like a lever.
I'm going to pull it.
Well, you did, because you tried to lift it up, so you already pulled it. Who has the highest passive perception of the three of you?
Probably me.
Probably, but I have to ask.
13 for me.
12 for me.
13.
13, 13, and 12 it was?
Yeah, 12.
Yeah, but I am all up in this dog. Like, I'm giving him, like, nose kisses. I'm scritching him. I'm not paying attention to that at all.
Scratching you. Fine. Carla,
Yeah.
as you do that, you hear from roughly the location of the hallway, very subtly, a click. As if something
That
did do something.
just opened something. I'm going to start running, kind of just like as soon as I hear it towards wherever the sound was coming from.
From the hallway or
You're
something.
So handsome. So
As you
handsome.
walk into the hallway, Carla,
Mhm.
you all collectively agree that it's time for a short break. We'll be right back.
Nice.
Yes.
Exciting.
See you guys in a moment. We're back.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello.
We had a hello. We just had a wonderful short break, and I think we
Very
collectively
D&D conversations.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think we collectively agreed on two things. One, we don't talk about D&D when we have a break.
No.
I think.
Break for a reason.
Yeah, rule number one, you don't talk about D&D. Rule number two, you don't talk about D&D. Right?
Not me
Um,
shoveling a potato in my mouth. It's
That's
fine.
I drink lots of water.
Soup,
I'm
soup
gonna have to pee
time.
soon.
Again, for those people out there that are willing to make like art for us for T-shirts, there you get another topic.
But
Putting it out
shoveling
there.
potatoes or me drinking water?
Consider
Both.
shoving a potato in her
Oh.
mouth.
While petting a dog named Stoker.
Excuse me, I'm on break. You know.
All right, so while Carla goes rushing out, John's basically going to like gesture to Saros like she's on to something and kick the piano as he walks by.
Right. The piano remains unresponsive to you.
Stupid.
Carla.
Oh. Mhm.
Where are you going?
So I came out here because this is where I heard the click, and I'm going to start sort of like looking at everything. I'm going to be like every nook and cranny, like what was that? What was that? I'm going to like push my hands up against the wall, being like, is there a secret door that's opened? Like I'm using sort of my years of experience of just kind of getting into places that I shouldn't be into to like try and figure it out.
At first glance, nothing seems changed here, but if you want, you can roll an investigation check on that.
I absolutely will.
All right.
Okay.
You
Okay.
absolutely should.
Okay. 17.
Wow. With that 17, you notice that nothing has changed here.
Okay. Then I'm going to. Oh God! I knew that it was. It sounded like it was up and it was in. So I'm going to pop into this room and I'm going to do the same. Hands along the walls. Sorry.
What is your passive perception again? 13, right?
13. Yeah. My passive investigation is 16. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, I've always had an issue with passive investigation, but this is a topic for the pod flask. I don't get how you can passively investigate something. But
hey, anyone who wants to,
personal pettiness.
please put those in the comments. What would you say passive investigation is used for?
good point. Yes, let me know. Like,
Tell
just
our
forgive me.
argument
Let me know.
with
Let me
us
know why
play.
I'm wrong. Let me know why I, as a DM, am wrong to say that
Yes,
passive
please.
investigation is not a good thing. Like,
Show us how
here's one
knowledgeable
idea.
you are in D&D.
Yes.
Carla, instead of just looking at 3 statues, right? She would look at them and go, "Ooh, one of those probably moves." Maybe that? Question mark.
I feel like investigation is
Anyway.
like when you're actually on something, like you're just like you have your hands resting on something, but you're not actively investigating it, but you feel something with your hands rather than just looking through it. You know. Anyway, but John pokes his head back to the door. Sorry, she's on a hunt for something. I don't know what's going on over
Ugh.
here.
What if he's hungry?
Bring
Perfect timing.
bring him with us, I guess. I don't know.
Apparently, Stoker wants to come with you.
Do you want to come, Stoker?
Such a good timing. Thank you. I honestly, this afternoon, I was looking for the sound of a dog. I was like, nah, I don't need that. Thank you, dog, for this.
Cameo by Roxy, the Yorkie.
Thank you, Roxy.
Star of the show. Truly.
Um,
Would not be
so-
here without her.
Stoker will actually, like, Sarah, you were also walking outside, right? Like, I wasn't a little too... Yeah, so he's following you.
Cool.
Since you
on,
offered him
buddy.
some food, so you're his biggest friend right now. Carla, walking into the study again, with your passive perception, you notice one thing that has changed in this room.
Yes.
The bookcase just beyond the ladder
Ah,
is ajar.
I'm going to start
There's a bookcase.
rushing towards it.
Awesome.
Okay, it's been so lovely playing with all of you. I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice, so you've got 2 more episodes of this, and then I'm leaving. I can't do this anymore.
That wasn't even
Did I miss?
Papa.
I know. That's the kicker. We're meant to be on the
You-
same side here.
You'll see it in the
Wait, what-
replay if you want. I don't think I should say it again.
Okay, I'm gonna, like, I'm so curious now. Okay, so behind the bookcase,
Oh, bro. Bro, what the fuck?
there's some
Oh,
shit
no.
here.
There truly do be.
There's a little room, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
In that room, there's 2 small bookcases. There is a chest at the end, which is also half open, and it is half open because a hand is trying to reach into the chest. That hand is attached to a apparently deceased person lying in front of the chest, clutching a letter in his hand.
Oh shit. Oh shit. John. John,
Yeah.
look at this. And I'm gonna kind of like pull him down to kind of look in, like his head peeking into the side. Look.
Okay, that doesn't look very safe. Would you mind
Really?
stepping back? I have my poking stick here.
I have this, and out from the ground it comes, the skeletal hand.
Oh, I hate when you
have
do
this.
that.
It. Most people do. I couldn't really control how it looked. Okay. Open this. Go get that. Go open the chest. I'm gonna send the hand over to open up the chest to see if anything will come out. And as I'm doing that, before I do that, I kind of like press myself further into this wall here,
Alright.
so that I'm kind of covered a little bit.
All right, so
As I
you're
open
out
it.
of the immediate, like, opening of the door, right, or the bookcase. All right, fair. The mage hand opens the chest, which it was already opened partially because of the hand sticking in it, and it's now resting against the wall behind it.
Oh, the hand comes off.
No, it's
Does
the box itself, like, it was closed
Oh.
almost, but there was like a hand stuck in it. So your hand just opened it fully now.
And no traps, no sounds, nothing.
Apparently not.
Okay. I
Uh,
think it might be safe to go in there, but
Hang back here.
I hate to admit it, but I would need some help.
Hang back here for a moment, and he's gonna sort of like cautiously step forward and jostle the body with the sword and try to see if there's any way if you can move it a bit. Does it seem to react?
I'm sorry, I was quickly reading something. You were trying to move what?
He's trying to jostle the body with the sword. Does it seem to react in any way?
Not at all. I mean, other than like the force you're applying to it.
So he's going to grab the feet of the body and like drag it out, and see if trying to like if it's a person who's asleep or knocked out, he's gonna. Try
this is not a person. This is like a skeleton in clothing.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can drag it out nonetheless if you want to.
Hang on, I need to. It's been a while since I've done this. One moment, Carla. He's gonna try to center himself and breathe deeply and cast or use divine sense to see if he can. It will tell him the location of any good and evil. So essentially anything affected by the Hallow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Yeah. You feel nothing.
All right. If I did this right, I don't sense anything evil from this poor fellow or anything around us. So
You can tell when they're alive without having to do any spells, or well, any outward spells.
when I was training with the priests of Saloon, they showed me how to open up my mind, my senses to evil and holy things. Yes, I've had one or two times in my life where I didn't pay too much attention, and I don't do that. I try to keep my senses open. He's gonna drag
Incredibly useful.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna drag the body back out into the and just get it out of the way for her.
Right. You can. The letter he was clutching, obviously he lets loose, so the letter is just still on the ground over there.
So as soon as it's clear, I'm going to sort of, like, very lightly, sort of like kind of enter the room. I'm like at a hair's end to, if anything pops out, attacks me or anything like that, I'm booking the fuck out of there. And I'm going to like sort of tiptoe in, and as I'm doing that, when I look at the books, do I see anything interesting on the shelves?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, interesting, Arcana. Okay, that's new. Not too bad. Okay. That's a 4 plus 3, 7.
You know, the books outside describe like beekeeping and botany and 101 things to visit in Baroque before you die. It's just the works. These books describe probably something, but it's written in, you'd almost say written in a language that you don't recognize, but the letters you do recognize. It's weird. It looks weird.
I'm going to just pull a random one off the shelf, and I'm going to kind of toss it back towards John, and I'm going to be like, you read this? I can't make heads or tails of it. And then I'm going to turn back towards the letter on the ground.
Right. John, what do you do with the book?
He's gonna pick it up off the ground because he wasn't paying attention when he threw it, and like look at it, look for any pictures or images because he's not really too keen on reading. I mean, he can read, but he doesn't like it.
Roll me a d6.
All right. Okay, this dice is going into jail because that's another 1 out of that d6.
You flip through the pages, and you see a couple of pictures like going by of like various things, but it doesn't really register with you, and it's probably not important. And it's illegible, and it's probably bullshit. And you close the book.
You hear the book snap closed, and he like tosses it back into the room and goes, "The boring book."
Okay. We're to have him hidden then. But I'm going to lower myself down and sort of pick up the letter very quickly.
All right. The letter itself is not in an envelope, contrary to the way it looks over here. It's just a letter itself. Do you want to read it?
Yes.
All right. The letter itself says, "My most pathetic servant, I am not the Messiah sent to you by the dark forces of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, how many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired the stillborn child. Cursed by darkness, of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness, I think not. I much prefer you as you are. Your dread lord and master, Strahd von Zarovich."
She reads over it and over it and over it. And kind of with like pure like adrenaline, because little things are sort of popping up. It's like there's a dungeon, there's an altar, there's Strahd. He was going to say an S name when we asked about the prince. Is it? No, he was a good prince. And it kind of rushes through her head, but she sort of very quickly folds it up and like tucks it in to her pocket to show them later.
Right.
And rises to her feet and looks into the box, into the
Alright.
chest.
In the box itself, or in the chest, made the same mistake. Funny. In the chest, there are a whole bunch of like little books and larger books and stuff. But rummaging through that, you find a couple of things. First of all, you find 3 blank books with black leather covers, and they look like well made. They look expensive. They're completely blank though, so there's no text in it. Other than
I'll
that,
keep those.
there's all right. Other than that, there's 3 spell scrolls in there. One for bless, one for protection from poison, and one for spiritual weapon.
Absolutely pocket those.
Other than that, there's some letters and miscellaneous stuff that doesn't really look all that interesting, except for the fact that the deed to this very house is in here as well.
I'm gonna snatch that up.
Score!
There's also a deed to a windmill in here,
Double score!
Snatch that up.
and a signed will.
Triple score!
Immediately snatch that up and start reading it.
As soon as you grab the will and you start reading it, it just crumbles to dust in your hand without being able to read a single letter on it.
Bastard thing. Old shitty house. Oh, there's so much here. When I look at the house's deed, whose name is it to? Whose name is
The
it in?
deed,
Even?
the deed of the house is written to the Durst family, Durst.
Durst, okay. Okay. Durst. And we read that outside as well. Someone was addressing Durst.
That's
You read it in
And
a
same for
letter
the-
from one Dr. Duskalo.
Yeah. And in the windmill, is it the same as at Durst?
The deed to the windmill?
Mhm.
The deed to the windmill is unnamed, funnily enough. It is just to whomever holds this paper.
Is there a place to sign a name?
There's not. No.
So Carla just got herself a windmill.
Oh, very useful to have a point of base in places, I guess. Okay,
Carla
I'm
just
going to
became
start.
Dutch.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to kind of take the letters that are important, all these pieces of paper, and I'm going to hold the 3 books in this arm and the papers in this arm and walk out towards John, and I'm gonna be like, I found a hall. It's amazing. This is there's much more going on with this house than what we thought.
Oh, hi. Glad you're not dead. Just sort of poking the corpse.
Glad I'm not too. But
Are you just poking it, John?
He's sort of like sifting through the like not sifting through as in rooting through, but like straightening out the pants and the shirt and stuff like that.
Right, but not like just making it look a little better, not doing anything else.
Yeah, basically like just he doesn't like the fact that this is just a pile of, he doesn't like piles of bones. He's just gonna make it look more like a body, you know, in the corner.
You can.
So I'm going to show them first the letter that I found from Strahd. I'm going to be like, look, so apparently there's an altar in a basement here. Whoever Durst was, it seems that he was conducting these awful experiments. He's also a cheat, apparently. I mean, you know.
You talk to her. She's talking about letters and stuff.
Yeah, so I bring it to basically all 3 of them. Like I stand in front of them, and not all 3 of them, all 2 of them, all 3 of us, and I kind of stand in front of them and start showing them it.
Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The skeleton gets to hear this too.
This letter that you found is great.
Yeah. So I started pointing it out, and I'm like, okay, so there's a basement and there's an altar somewhere, and I mean, we have to figure out what's going on here. And who was Strahd? I mean, who could he possibly be?
John's in.
I wish we had your mother's book right now. I say to Casario. There would be so much. I mean, if any of these names added up, that would have been. We really need to find your book.
Yeah, I'll actually, when she mentions that, I'm kind of like, there's a bunch of books in this room. I'm just going to take another glance around and just make sure that none of these are a book I recognize.
All right, give me a perception check.
I'm going to help her as she does it. Before she...
It's happening.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, go on. You already rolled a natural one. There's no helping it.
Yeah, it's raging. It's fine.
Yeah.
What did you get?
A natural one.
Uh-oh.
Another.
Boy.
It's
Just saving all those 20s for the fights.
You know what? I feel really
Not the
inspired.
investigator.
You guys are not the best investigators. I'm going to take a look. I'll bet I'll find something. And he's gonna basically just like start knocking all the books from the shelf. And could somebody give me some guidance of saloon, please?
Oh,
You're inspired.
I'm feeling lucky.
Currently.
I know, but like can't hurt getting extra.
Does it
alright,
stack?
alright. Hold on, let me just make sure that I can
It does
do
not.
that.
Wait,
Yeah, it doesn't stack, so-
Guidance and
yeah, sure.
bardic inspiration don't stack. Oh, okay. Well, I still feel lucky. So he's basically just gonna push all the books off and just look around because he's seen her looking through this book for a long time. So it's like the problem you guys are doing is you're only looking at the back of the book. You need to look at the whole thing. Just pours them all out and starts looking through the pile.
All right.
Truly the
Give me
smartest of us all.
Give me another perception check, John.
All right, perception check, and I'm also I can roll it, and before I hear the outcome, I can see if I want to use the bardic inspiration. I want to use the bardic inspiration. Okay, so I got a 3 + 3 + 2, so an 8.
All right. You are pretty sure
Shit,
these
man.
are all books. Casariel, you, however, with your natural one, you start to question if you even had a book to begin with. It dissipates quickly enough because it's so important to you, but for a brief moment you consider, did I even have a book?
Boy, felt really lucky about that. Now we have a pile of books and a corpse.
A what?
Don't you feel bad?
Oh,
Yeah, you're standing on him. I'm naming him Tom.
oh. Who is that?
Tom. I just said.
Tom the Bones.
But
Tom Skelly.
do we not want to know who he is and why he's in this secret chamber? Or did we not think about that in our investigation?
I tried to make
He
him
was
look
holding
decent.
this letter, and it was addressed to Durst, so I can only assume. And as I'm looking down in it, do I recall from the tapestry that this man and the man in the tapestry are wearing similar things?
Not at all.
Not at all. Okay, cool.
No, the man in the tapestry was wearing finer noble's clothes. The gentleman that, 'cause you assume it would be a gentleman seeing the clothes. The gentleman lying in the room here is wearing, for lack of a better explanation, adventurous clothes.
Mm.
This
When I
this
look
is
to-
made for travel.
Oh, someone who is leaving. When I look towards the fireplace, do I see anything like a tapestry or what?
No.
There. No, okay. Sorry, I was wondering what that thing was.
There was a painting above the fireplace of a horse running in a field, but it's just a painting.
Okay. Cool. We are getting nowhere quickly, it seems.
I don't like this place. It's full of books, and now all the books are all over the floor for some reason. I want to go.
You want to book it out of there?
So
Be
what's that, a
careful,
D4?
We're gonna book you for crimes against calamity.
There will be a day that I will play a bard, and I will play the fact that if I do vicious mockery or whatever, will be dad jokes. It'll happen.
Should we go tell the children that this, or ask the children who? There's skeletons
Anything?
in the closets. This place is so odd. Do you guys want to go downstairs and just get our bearings? Talk to the children.
Just as a quick heads up, by the way, the staircase does extend another floor up. Just so you know, it's hard to tell.
Did it go
It
down?
goes down and it goes up. It goes down
on
and
the
up.
bottom floor?
Hmm?
But did we notice that it goes down on the bottom floor?
On the bottom
into a
floor, it
basement?
just stops. No, there's no bottom. There's no basement there.
But
We
there
should
definitely
go upstairs,
is a
I think.
basement in the house.
Oh,
I just
yes.
I wanna-
Where is that basement?
This has become more than just a search and destroy mission. We're looking in bookcases. There's letters, and I think we need to get.
Yes,
our
that's the
bearings.
search part of it, John. We're
A
finding
monster.
things, we're
All we
finding
found was
evidence.
This little pug, cute though he may be.
Isn't it? Okay.
Sure. Pause.
Let's find a
Where-
fucking monster, I guess.
and
Shall we go
there he
upstairs?
goes. Did he run past me into the room?
Yeah, he's gnawing on a bone of the pile.
Oh. Oh my god. Brutal.
All right. Let's go talk to the children. I want to see what's going on with this place.
What are you going
You want to go
There's a
downstairs?
skeleton in the
Yeah.
closet. They're already scared. We're supposed to kill the monster. Remember?
Have you seen the monster? This place.
Well,
is
we
so-
haven't gone upstairs yet. Or into the basement, which, by the way, how do we get to the basement?
Wait, there's a basement.
Yeah, look at
She
the
said
letter. Yes, the letter says there's a basement and there's an altar in here.
Does it
Whoever this
specifically
man
mention
was-
a basement of this building, or does it just say a basement? Because it could be.
The letter speaks of a dungeon.
Oh,
It speaks
I
of
was-
dungeon, yeah.
I thought.
But as well as that... Sorry, go on.
I don't know your letters. Referring to. Alright.
Letter implication. This house clearly belongs to the Durst family, right? And this letter was addressed to Durst, and it was saying that. Let's go upstairs. Let's find some monsters you can bash it and maybe get your
Fine.
head straight again.
Thank you.
That'll make me feel
Thank
better.
you.
So you wanna go up or down?
Trudging upstairs.
Upstairs. All right.
Carla's following along, just kind of like a little bit like perplexed at her companions.
Stoker will stand at the bottom of the stairs, but will follow you.
Cute he is when
Yeah.
he goes up the stairs. Look at him. He's got such short little legs. Adorable.
The stairs seem to end on this floor. Basically, not going up for another floor. One thing you notice when you come here is that this floor looks noticeably less well kept. The floors you just came from, the oil lamps were lit. It looked clean. It looked dusted. There's no cobwebs or anything. And as you come up here, this looks more dusty, more cobwebby. The oil lamps that you do see hanging here are not lit. The planks themselves of the floor are a little bit less quality. And most notably, when you walk upstairs, in front of you, there is another suit of armor. This one does seem to be completely complete. Again, with the wolf helmet on it, which looks immaculate. The wolf head is using as a visor, has like really sharp teeth that you can look through if you put it on your head. And it is sporting a weapon, and it's just standing there right in front of the staircase.
Holding the
this. Go.
I was gonna say, holding the sword. It's still. I imagine it's been less than an hour, so he still has the light spell on it.
Yeah, sure.
So holding it up so they can see better.
As I see sort of the suit of armor and I see the wolf head over it, she starts quickly rooting around for that letter again and pulling it out. And it mentioned something about a curse, didn't it?
In passing, in passing, yes, it said something. It literally the passage says "cursed," perhaps. So it sounds like he's replying to a letter or something in the letter that you have. It sounds like a reply letter.
Curse.
I'm gonna look closer at this statue. What arms is it holding?
In one hand, it is holding some sort of a hammer. Looks kind of like it.
Does it remind me at all of the maul that I used to hold? Like in terms of
No.
its capability?
No.
Basically,
No.
I'm judging whether or not I could use it as a weapon, a maul.
If you touch it and it doesn't crumble, then perhaps. But yeah, it's a weapon.
I'm gonna reach out for it and try to grab the hilt.
Right. So you reach forward to the weapon. Hang on. Let me put you down there. And as you reach for it, the armor reacts and reaches for you. And as the first one of this playthrough, I want you guys to roll for initiative.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh.
I'm intent on getting this thing.
Hang on. I believe I had music for this somewhere.
Oh.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
We can still turn. We can still keep the current.
A little People's Court action.
I believe I had battle music for this.
Technical difficulties. Let's go.
Oh my god, you prepared so much, but then I'm just kidding. No, this is great. Like this whole place.
You forgot the music. How dare you?
You even got a pug for us, and the pug.
Oh, here we
barking.
are. Found it.
There we go. Is it on loop?
It should be. The only thing is, I don't hear it.
I can hear it.
But I can't. I don't hear it. Can you guys hear the music?
Yeah.
I can.
Mm-hmm. Refresh. That happens to me as well.
Yeah, sweetheart, I can't refresh. I have a program, not a browser. But
Just do it. Figure it out.
It's good music. It's fine if you're okay with not hearing it.
I'm hearing it.
Oh, okay,
Great.
cool.
There we go. All right, so initiative. Let's go. Battle. All that.
8.
All right.
I'm very intent on getting this hammer. Whoa!
right.
It's moving.
All right, John, at an 8. Zara, what did you have?
18.
18. All right. Carla.
13.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like
13.
25.
She's not a rogue. Come on.
Ish.
All right. Unfortunately for you guys, the armor had a little higher.
Wow.
So, John, as you reach for the armor, the armor itself reaches back to you. And as it does so, it tries to attack you with the weapon that it has, and it tries to make a sort of slam attack. And it tries to do so for a natural 1. Let's go. Okay, I just want to have this out. Both the first roll that I made in this campaign and the first roll I made in an encounter are both natural 1s. This is going to be such a terrible campaign.
Your Honor, that doesn't hit.
Doesn't it? Really? All right, so... And it tries to move towards you. But
I have the opposite of adamantium armor. I don't accept your natural 1s here.
You got nope armor.
Yeah.
All right. Then the next one would be cast Serial.
All right, I see this happen, and immediately, boom, a big ball of purple energy appears between my hands, and I will just release it right towards the chest of the armor.
All right.
Okay. 16.
It just bounces off.
Shit. All right. Right. I tried to refresh, and so I can't see the screen right now. Is there anywhere for me to like kind of duck behind, get any cover? I think I'm in the staircase, right?
Is it still loading for you?
Yeah, I refreshed, and now it's just kind of a blank screen. Let me just exit out of there. And I mean, it's okay. I'm just gonna I'm gonna cover Carla. I'm gonna just kind of stand.
You're still on. At the moment, like to describe you, you're still on the staircase.
Okay, yeah, I'll just step in front of Carla and kind of just try to give her some cover.
I will move you there. Cool. There you go. Alrighty, and that would be it.
Yes.
Alrighty.
If we were streaming, I'd just say watch the stream. But no.
Yeah. Which means you should probably start streaming.
Yeah. Word.
I love this
Alrighty.
music. I'm jamming.
It's good, right? Carla, your turn. What do you do?
It is my turn. Okay. Now that they are both within range of me, I'm going to reach out and hey, good luck, you two, and I'm going to sort of hit this side of both of them and cast heroism. So you're both imbued with bravery. You are immune to being frightened, and you gain temporary hit points equal to my spell casting ability modifier, which is +2. So you have +2 temporary hit points to both of your. Yeah. That'll
Is it
raise in
loading for
time.
you now,
but for the moment, that's it.
Sorry, it
Pardon?
says that you're in there, but
Is it? I don't know. It's just a blank screen. That's bizarre.
Might need to give it a second to load.
But
in.
yeah. It's done that to me a couple of times. Just yeah, give some
just
time.
wait.
And I'm casting it at 2nd level so that I can get it for both of them.
All right.
That was 2 temporary hit points, and what was the rest of it?
Can't be frightened.
You are immune to being frightened.
Ooh, beautiful.
All right, John.
I already have no fear. He's going to reaching for the longsword. The hammer. It starts reaching at him, and brings up the sword and tries to cut through the arm that's reaching towards him.
All right, go ahead.
Alrighty. And does a 9 hit?
It hits, but it doesn't do anything. You meet the armor like and nothing more.
And I'm gonna hang off on doing anything else. Yeah.
I didn't get a chance. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I didn't get a chance to use a bonus action.
Oh, did you have one? I'm sorry.
Yes. I am, as I kind of tap them and this purple sort of glow imbues them, I'm going to sort of pull back and start sort of like looking towards the sky and chanting, and I'm going to use my bonus action to determine one of my tales from the beyond.
All right.
So, let's roll the dice and find out which one it is. I am very glad it was that one.
It's been a while
Okay.
since we've done combat, so excuse our rustiness.
Yes.
It's
Uh,
it's all a product of love, right?
Yes, and one was there. Let me just. Ooh, that is very good. Okay, and I'm going to stay right in between them, and I'm going to just kind of like look up, and this tale sort of flows through me, which you will hear in our next round. Anyway, go on.
Love it. All right. So, John, you did your attack. That failed. What else do you want to do?
I'm basically just trying to impose myself between Carla and the thing.
All right. And that will be the end of it?
Yeah, I don't really have anything else.
Right. The suit of armor moves over there.
Should it double itself?
Unfortunately, yeah, no, it didn't double itself. Unfortunately, I can't remove the background, but I can make a token out of it.
Oh.
It moves over there, and John, it grabs you. It tries to actually grapple you, so I need an opposing strength check.
All right. I'm really good at these.
Can I make an attack of opportunity?
Yes, you
Bash
can.
it with my shield.
Yes, you can.
This would probably be not right. Okay.
To take pictures of these, right?
Not 20?
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
First match from 20 of the game.
Let's go.
You made an attack of opportunity, Kassir?
Yeah, 13.
13. No, you tried. John, what did you get?
A total of 22 on my strength check.
All right. So that means we need to re-roll.
Oh, damn.
Rollies, oh god.
Double natural 20. Holy shit.
That's insane.
That's
crazy.
What the that you got, right?
I'm going to say, everyone thinks we're going to cheat. Everyone is going to think we're cheating. Like, we're not.
No.
Right?
No.
To prove that we're not cheating, I just got a 4 total.
And I just got a picture of my natural 20, so I still need to roll. So there's still a chance that you get this.
Okay.
Not a natural 20. I'm not kidding.
Dang.
Oh, R.I.P.
Ooh.
Right, hang on.
No,
hang on.
yeah, like, so I imagine the first, like, a grapple tried to happen, and John just sort of like, haha, shrugged it off, and then he's just standing there gloating, and then another one, it gets grappled.
Yeah, so that happens.
I felt so
and as you
heroic.
get grappled, it holds on to you, and it just shifts sideways, and it throws you off the stairs downwards.
Can I
Which
try to
means-
catch the ledge or anything? Ah!
I'm going to say yes, but I'm quickly thinking we'll have to rule on that. Make me just a flat athletics check, sure. Because like it's not the quickest thing, but it's a reaction still. But I'll allow it if it's good.
I got a 10 total.
Not good enough. I'm sorry. So you try, and you
four
do
and a six.
grapple onto it, but you slip.
Okay.
Which means you fall down, and you get a 2d6.
But I felt so heroic.
It's not too bad. You take 3 falling damage,
Okay.
and you are downstairs now.
So the heroism gives me the 2 temporary hit points at the beginning of my turn. Is that correct?
I believe it does. Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm
So it's
back
only
to
one for you now.
one down. Yeah. Cool.
Alrighty.
I'm fine.
Don't worry about me.
Ledge.
I'm still alive.
And look over to see if
I'm
John's
sorry?
okay. I'm going to run to the ledge to see if John's okay.
All right.
Yeah.
It's your turn, so you can.
Yep.
Can you already see the screen now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool, we're back. Love it. Yeah, so I'm technically down here somewhere down the stairs.
Okay, but are you all right down there? Like, what are you doing? I'm looking at you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to. Well, I'm gonna try to bash this thing with my shield and push it down the stairs after John.
Oh, cool. So you're gonna shove it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take my shield and try to push it over the rail.
All right. Opposing strength check. Let's go.
Oh boy.
It's not like it just
18.
beat our strongest character.
18. You got it. I got a 6.
God.
That was my friend.
Fair is fair.
pushing
I'm going to
it
extend the same
down.
courtesy to the suit of armor. It will try to grapple with an athletics check. Which it totally fails with a 2.
Ooh.
I'm fine
All right,
as long
suit
as
of
you
armor.
don't throw a suit of armor down on me.
Yeah.
For the sake of continuity, we'll just roll that you just rolled out of the way, okay? It takes fall damage in a total of 10 points.
Oh.
Very good.
See, I learned how to fall properly. It didn't.
Right. Carla.
Okay. So you sort of, as this is all happening, she's barely paying attention. Her eyes are sort of flashing purple as this tail sort of emerges out of her, and a spirit is called forward. It's sort of purple glow reaches out, kind of from the ground, and it's this figure of this gorgeous woman. She's like half clothed, practically naked, as she sort of jumps out from the floor, hits Cassariel, and sort of passes through her with a ghostly sort of like spectre. And you will gain, I don't know whether or not to tell the tale, it doesn't feel like the moment, but
We'll take another
basically,
time for that, sure.
yeah. So I got rolled a 6. So this means the tale of the traveler appears, and this half-naked woman appears from the floor. Poof, and you get more temporary hit points, and it's going to be a roll of my bardic inspiration die and my bardic level. So that is a 6 plus 3 and 9.
Wow.
900 brave points to you.
Cool.
Ariel.
Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, College of Spirits Bard.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Okay, as part of my movement, I'm gonna have gone halfway down the stairs. But like, so I'm going down the stairs and that thing passes through me, and I'm like,
The F.
Yes.
Cool.
And with the rest of my sort of turn, I'm gonna, oh god, and start rushing down with
Alright.
her. So
Which
1,
means
2,
I
3,
will
4, 5.
switch you to the other scene, which is below.
Is he down at the very, very bottom, like where we first came in?
No, I believe that's a very good question. Actually, I was ruling that you only fell down 1 floor.
Okay.
So that's
So he only fell down forward. That's fine. That's cool.
Yeah, technically that is a whole way down, but we're just gonna call it that you fell like on the marble over here. It's gonna be a horrible situation if that weren't true. I'm gonna quickly grab the token of that armor, but in the meantime, John, what are you gonna do?
Seeing the armor now crumpled next to me, he's going to try to stand up and make an attack on the is it still holding its weapon, or did it get up and just try
No,
to
it's grasping. No, it's grasping it firmly.
Okay,
It is prone though because it fell.
right, so he's going to stand up and just like hold the sword with 2 hands and hit as far hard down using the versatile property of the longhorn.
Sir, you have an advantage attack because he's prone.
Yay! Which unfortunately I can't use my great weapon master because it's not a great weapon, but I still can hit pretty hard.
Is it it's a longsword, right?
Yeah, but it has the versatile property, not the heavy property.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah, that's right.
it's all
Yeah.
good. I can still hit.
Longsword is one of those iffy weapons. Yeah,
can
that
still hit
should be
pretty
a great
hard.
weapon.
Oh my god. Sad vantage. I got a 9 and a 2, so that's 11. Yep. Damn curses! This armor is so frustratingly difficult. Hard. At that point, I don't have any other actions I can do. I'm going to, again, seeing them coming down the stairs, try to, stand between them and the armor. I don't think I can actually stand on the armor.
No.
So, yeah.
That was it.
Yep.
The armor gets back up and takes an immediate swing at you, John. And he does so for a 18.
I'm sorry, but my armorless form has way higher AC. Yes.
It hits, right?
Yeah.
I have to make sure. All right. That will be 5 bludgeoning damage.
All right. So with my 2 temporary hit points that I got, that's 3 damage. Thank you.
And then we'll move over to Casaria.
By the way, Casaria, you also have a +1 to your AC with that.
Sure. Yes.
Rockin'. Thank you. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to boom in the center of my hands again, the purple ball of light, and I'm just hurling it right towards the suit of armor.
All right.
Terrible. 9.
Bounces off, hits the other suit of armor next to it, and that one crumbles.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm in a good position, so I'm just staying here.
All right. Carla.
Hey. Okay, so I'm going to start moving this way so that I'm more centered, and I'm going to actually move just right here, right next to it.
Sure.
And I'm going to take out my bagpipes, and as I
hit him with
sort
it.
of no, I'm going to sort of blow into it really harshly and cast Thunderwave at second level at this creature.
Okay.
Bit
Cool.
risky, but I'm going to try it. Okay, so 50 okay,
So
you
that
have
means
to
that
roll
Yes.
for a DC of 12.
yes, and that accounts for everyone. 'cause it's a
Constitution.
15-foot cube.
Oh, okay then. Does it? Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
I can't concentrate it. Okay, then I'm not going to cast it if I know that. I'm sorry. Like,
Okay. Okay.
not to
Retcon it.
metagame, but I'm not going to.
Retcon it. This is our
okay.
first battle. You're allowed to retcon.
Okay.
That should be a rule, by the way. Like we did this before, we're gonna do this again. First battle is retcon allowed.
Right, then I want to get him moved away from them. Okay.
Push him.
Let's
You
see.
look strong enough. I'm sorry. Don't do that. I'm joking.
Okay.
You're tiny.
Yes, I am tiny. Okay, so then I'm going to just simply make a dagger attack at him. Let's see. Not bad. Dirty 20.
Your tiny dagger finds purchase in the armor. Yes, it is.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, it's not that deep of a cut. It's a 7.
Damage is damage. Allow me to add
More damage
that
than any of
there.
us have done so far.
Is that 7, right?
Yeah, 7.
Except for Casaria.
Believe it or not, the armor is starting to like show signs of it's hurting. It's not
Oh,
bleeding, but it's
exciting.
hurting.
Exciting. Okay. And what else can I do now? Let me look, let me think. Everything is kind of an action, so that's unfortunate, but I don't know. Okay. Alright, that's it. I'm just going to move slightly back, not out of his range, but slightly back towards John.
You're still within his range, so that's fine. All right, Stoker runs over here and barks at him because he's joined a fight. Now that you're on this one,
Let's go!
Come at me,
John.
little man. Oh, is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Yay!
Yeah.
He just got thrown off a balcony. He's missed twice with his shield. He's going to straight up drop his sword, reach out and try to grab the weapon of this thing and do the same thing it did and toss it over the balcony.
Cool. Opposing strength check. Let's go.
All right.
Very cool.
We're playing ping pong with a set of armor here. Love it.
Oh! I got a dirty 20. 18 plus 2.
9. You I'm again gonna extend the same courtesy because I do like it.
Yeah.
Athletics to see if it can hold on. With an 11, so it can't because I really for that I want a 15. He falls down, so he takes 8 damage, and he's on the ground floor.
With that, I already dropped the thing. The thing I can't pick it up. Or do you think I could pick it up as an interaction, or was that drop it first? Basically, what I want to do is I want to like scoop it back up and leap over the railing and try to either land next to it or land on it, even though I probably can't attack it.
I'll allow that as an attack on your next round if you want to do that in its totality, because that's too much for just an extra.
Okay.
But if you want to just pick up the weapon and nothing more, then I'll allow it.
So yeah, I'll pick it up and essentially move to jump over the balcony.
Cool. And that will be your next round then.
I'm confused. Sorry, we're on the ground floor, right?
No, we're
No.
on the middle floor.
There's one more.
So we were on the
yeah.
third floor. You threw the suit of armor down to the
That
second.
makes total sense now.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right.
That's me.
Top of the round. As a matter of fact, I believe that the suit of armor is right now. Yeah. So the suit of armor below you starts to make way towards the staircase. I can't do anything else. Cassariel, your turn.
I'm going to see what John just did, and I'm going to go nice. Boom! Tossing another moonbolt at it.
From on the staircase, like downwards.
Mm-hmm.
From where you're standing right now, you would not be able to see him. Like he's basically like over here underneath you.
So I would go down. He's downstairs, right?
He's downstairs. Yes. So if you'd move to the other side of the
Okay.
staircase, you will be able to
I'll
see him.
move so I can see him.
That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
So Moonbeam, let's go.
Ooh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. 18.
Hits.
Oh, finally. Okay. Oh, I thought it was a 7. It's a 4.
Oh.
4 points.
Still, it hits, and it hits hard. Boom. Anything else, man?
So he's down the stairs and he's coming up towards me.
He's
now.
he's gonna try and get up the stairs. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna back up. And
You came from there.
show John the way. So I'm not in his...
You can't move back that far. I'll allow it until there. Like I still need to counter move. You came from up the stairs. You walked all around the stairs to do the moonbeam, and now you're walking back.
Okay. I'm confused by the stairs, but that's fine. I just want to move out of the way so that the other 2 people that are fighting can get to him. I don't want to block it.
All right, and that is fine.
Okay.
Way to go, Casario.
Carla.
Thanks.
I'm going to say, stay up here! I'm going to yell at them and run down towards him.
To the first floor?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to go away.
Or ground
But I
floor.
am yelling to them, stay up there.
Alright.
Whether you listen to it or not, it's up to you.
Switching out tokens. You were there.
Yeah. And when I finally reach here, they
The armor's there.
yeah. As I get basically as close to him as possible, I'm going to take the bagpipes and now cast Thunderwave at second level, but just at first level this time.
Alright. Now, if I want to get really nitty-gritty technical, it's a 15-foot cube around you, so that technically still extends to the second floor, but I'll allow it.
Is it 50-foot cube?
15.
It's a 15-foot cube, but that would just reach the top of the stairs, and since John is at the brim of the stairs, it would hit him. But I'll allow it for now. That'll be, like, it'll be fine, so do it.
Okay. Alrighty, so it's a Constitution saving throw, 12.
12, okay. Let me quickly check if I get any bonuses to that, but I don't think I do. Actually, 1. So, 18 plus 1, so that's a 19.
Okay, so that means he takes half damage, and he doesn't move away from me, but
Doesn't move,
that is
yeah.
2d8 still. Okay, so we've got... Not bad. So that is 8 rounded down to 4. 4 damage. from that, which.
I don't know
Right.
about other. Oh, I'm thinking of Shatter. Never mind. I was gonna say Shatter is something.
What happens, Carla?
Oh, badass!
You see her go, stay here! And she sort of darts down, pulling the bagpipes out. And then she looks directly at it and gives a mighty, like, down at it. And the thunder wave sort of blasts out in a cube this way forward from her. And it blasts it apart, and I imagine just sort of the screws come loose in the armor, and it starts to, like, hand goes off, other arm goes off, legs drop like that until it falls to the floor.
There's like armor confetti strewn through the floor, like over here. Like there's almost nothing left. Like the only two items that are still recognizably still there are the helmet and the weapon that are lying. You have successfully defeated your first assassin. Congratulations.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
Cool.
You're very effective with that thing.
It's more than just, fun. I believe you may have a weapon, John. And I point at the.
Yeah, I'm
thing at the
gonna
wall.
come downstairs with Carla.
Yeah, allow me.
There's a lot of things going on right now, so no
Sorry, there
worries.
you are.
Yeah,
Yeah, doing two things at the same time, but that's what TMs are for.
feels like you're doing more than two things at once.
And music
Beautiful.
back. There we go.
God, you're
All
on
right.
top of things.
I'd say the weapon is like on the carpet, and it looks magnificent. It's a sort of like a black. It's something in between a club, a staff, and a hammer. It looks really intriguing, but it looks powerful.
I'm gonna look at the longsword I was holding, and in my imagination, it's gotten relatively dented and other things from just like hitting it against pianos and other.
Hitting on armor, hitting an armor and not like getting through the armor itself really dents the sword. So yes.
So I'm gonna sort of just chuck it and reach down and pick up the new thing. What would I consider it as a weapon? Is it a warhammer or a maul?
It's a maul.
Yay!
So, as you pick up the maul, your hand grasps around the hilt of the weapon. And as you do, a jolt of energy goes through you. It's not visible, per se, but you just feel something about this weapon. This is something special.
This is a good weapon. He's gonna heft it and just like feel it, test its weight, and just feel.
I think we just created a meme, everybody.
No.
Yeah.
Would it be appropriate for me to?
No.
Go ahead. That's the one.
All right.
No.
Feels a little off balance, but it's very heavy. I could do a lot of damage.
All of that is just so funny in the context.
God damn it! You're ruining the moment. No, this is great.
A wonderful weapon indeed. You looking at that weapon makes you wonder, like, there's something about this, man. But what exactly that is, we will see in our next episode. That will be the end of it for this week.
Carla, oh my god, that thunder wave! That was so badass.
Good,
Thank you
yes.
for not killing me.
Good choice.
Yes. I need to keep in mind that it's a 15-foot cube no matter what I do. That's annoying.
Yeah, cubes
But
are
we'll
rough.
get there.
And
Everything
Casario,
should be a cone.
I know you're a badass. You're very cool. You're very capable and competent. I'm just like,
What?
I
Oh.
thought
I hear a butt in there, which is curious.
I tried to throw off the thing. I tried to, grab the thing, and it was stronger than me. and then all of a sudden it comes tumbling down. Like, did you use some sort of magic or something to push it down the stairs?
No, I'm just a badass.
Yeah, she's just epic.
Yeah.
Couldn't even see it, but I knew she did that herself.
I need to work out.
Yeah.
I did not expect that. Like, I figured like there was going to be some stumbling
Well,
about.
the reason why I
whatnot,
did that
but
is because I was at disadvantage to use my moonbolt because I was within melee. So I was like, well,
it's the right choice. But like, you know,
Yeah.
you basically like for 3/4 of the way you defeated the armor by using the house. It's great.
yeah, the stairs confused me. I was
That
like
was awesome.
Beautiful.
super confused, and I'm also having some like a little bit hard time hearing. Something happened with my sound. So,
Uh-oh. We're going to fix
but
that.
yeah,
Oh,
But
Yeah.
all of that will be for next week. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed playing it. It was great. We'll see you next week to see what John picked up and what else we can find over here in this rather interesting house.
Like and
Bye,
subscribe,
yeah,
and
like,
comment,
subscribe,
and be like a social media person.
That
tell
too.
me,
Do it.
What
We're
do you
content
think-
creators. Like our
what do you
content.
think is up with this new fancy mall that was found? 11. Tell me your thoughts. No
Yes.
spoilers.
Let's mull that over for the next week, shall we?
No spoilers, people who have
Okay,
seen the-
everyone roll a d4. Everyone roll a d4. Come on.
All right,
I got a
lovely.
2. 2
Four.
points gone. Go.